Tickets start at $20 at Ticketmaster.
Hello, I'm Dan Fields. If you're in the market for a full-size 8-passenger SUV, look no further than the Defender 130. And with the Defender 90, the 110, and this 130, there's luxury in the right size for everyone. And now is the best time to take advantage of a great offer like this.
For a limited time, get 3.9% special APR rate for up to 60 months on new 2023 Defenders at Land Rover Waukesha. Go to LandRoverWaukesha.com.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack. Another week in the books, and it was a big one. We win in football, we win in baseball, we win in the UFC. Everything turns a profit. Are you ready to make money as we head toward the end of October? Go to FatJackSports.com, and for as little as $299, get everything through Halloween. Want to add basketball? It starts next Tuesday. Add it now and save hundreds of dollars. Go to FatJackSports.com. Sign up today. The plays are emailed to you. You'll start winning this weekend. FatJackSports.com.
Gabe, where do you think our group should be taking our golf trip next year?
Jason, I don't know. Do you have time to figure it all out and get all the reservations made? I certainly don't.
Not really. I mean, I'm so busy. If I only knew somebody to call that might do all the work for us.
Oh, I know about Wisconsin Golf Trips. Their main business is booking groups from around the world to play all the great courses in our state, but they're now doing outbound trips for groups each year to places like Michigan, Minnesota, and Nevada. Plus, Wisconsin Golf Trips is even booking custom packages for Scotland and Ireland.
Oh, wow. Let's hit them up.
WisconsinGolfTrips.com.
A bank that goes the extra yard? You got it. Show your love for the green and gold with Packers checking only from Associated Bank. Make every transaction a touchdown with your Packers debit MasterCard. And when you use it at the Packers Pro Shop, at the stadium, or online, you'll get 10% off. Associated Bank's Packers checking scores the home field advantage by delivering Midwest-based customer care, outstanding value, and more. Get in the game and learn more today at AssociatedBank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
Haul away big savings this weekend at Fleet Farm's Truckload Savings Event. Like 40-pound bags of superior hardwood fuel pellets, 2 for $11. Morton Clean and Protect water softener pellets are only $5.89 a bag. Save on 40 pounds of black oil sunflower seed, just $18.99. And get a free $15 Fleet Farm gift card with select Science Diet pet food. Stock up on everything you need for everyday life at Fleet Farm.
Q Club of Wisconsin is a hangout spot for watching sports, playing games, and having some drinks. Mike, what do you have going on over there?
That's right, Gary. We've got so much going on here. And of course, you know we're your home for green and gold games every week. Plus, book our VIP area for any of your parties, which includes a private pool table, 2 shuffleboard tables, and 4 dartboards. And of course, our fish fry piled high on Wednesdays and Fridays.
All happening at the Q Club of Wisconsin, North Grandview Boulevard in Waukesha.
You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI-HD Milwaukee, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
I don't know about you guys, but I got a lot of great Friday energy right now. Just hopped over from 101.7 The Truth with our guy Tori Lowe on the Tori Lowe Show from 1 to 4 on 101.7 The Truth. Powerful! Powerful! Oh, wow. There we go. There we go. And he joins us here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on Tuesdays at 4 o'clock. That's only on 94.5 ESPN. But man, I just got a lot of juice from that. And now it's Friday, and we got 3 hours to talk to all of you about what's coming up on Sunday. And I'm Ben Brust. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, across ESPN Wisconsin, presented by the official beer of the NFL, Bud Light. He's Kyle Wallace. Say something, Kyle.
Happy Friday, baby. A good day to be a Packer fan.
Yeah, there's hope.
Yeah, there is hope.
There's hope in the air. And we're gonna keep that going. We're gonna keep that going. I'm gonna be asking, you know what, we can do it all show long. And at any point, and I'm gonna reset the sponge. Positive vibes only. The question is 800-990-3776. You tell me why the Packers are going to win. Homer's been doing the tell me they're going to win on Homer Hour from 5 to 6. I'm asking you why are the Packers going to win? I need to know the why behind it. 800-990-3776. We'll be getting to that, but I got to start here. Brad Nortman, 6-time, 6-year NFL punter. What up, Brad?
Hey, what up? Football Friday. We got a couple get-right games this weekend, and I like it.
Get-right games for the Badgers, get-right game for the Packers. Chris Larson running the show. And so yesterday, I had a different car situation. We learned that Bradley Nortman drove with his wife's phone on the back of his car from Lake Country all the way down here to Milwaukee. And I was still don't know how his phone stayed there. Because you retraced your driving back to Oconomowoc, and even you were like, how? And I was driving on the highway. I was like, what? Like, how does something stay?
Man, on the drive back home, I texted you guys when I got home. I was like, there's no way. I have no idea how that phone stayed on there. It's just a miracle, guys. It's a miracle. Witness.
Yeah.
Will he do it?
Won't he do it?
Won't he do it?
Won't he do it?
And so yesterday I had an 8:30 meeting, and there's a little bit of construction in the Milwaukee area right now, but towards where I live. So I was running a little bit behind, and I parked my car and got to the double door where you enter into our office area. It's like, oh no, I didn't lock my car. But I was running late. So I did the turnaround, think and hope your car's in range, and press the button as many times as possible, hoping one of them connected with the car to lock the car. Thought nothing of it, right? You know, I figured, oh, well, like I'm rushing to get to the meeting, go throughout my day. Have somebody come to the 3rd Street Market Hall on the Avenue and have some drinks, and we're going to go get dinner at 6 o'clock. So go to my car, and I've never had this happen. My car is my safe space. I don't know about you guys. Like, I love windshield time. I love my car. I like, the vibe it presents. It's like a safe home base for me. And I open up my car, and in the left side of my door, that's where I keep all the trash, right? Wrappers, water bottles, the banana peel from the day. And I opened up my car, and all of everything that was in my left door was all over the ground and the floor mat in the driver's seat. So I was like, I must have slammed the door hard. I'm an idiot that I even thought that right away. Then I opened my glove box. I had a bag of sourdough pretzel nibblers and 2 tins of nicotine. Gone. Then I was like, all right, maybe I brought it in the house, like, again, because I moved fast that morning. I was like, maybe I brought the pretzels in. Maybe I put the nicotine in my backpack. Then I was like, all right, I'm going to start the car. And I was like, wait a second. I don't have my charger for the Apple CarPlay. Gone. But what was left in my glove compartment, and also I locked the glove box. I have nothing of value in there, but just habit. I could tell that was jammed at for a good, minute of people trying to get in there, or somebody at least. And these sunglasses in my hand, which you can see us on stream on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, were the only thing of value that I had, and they weren't taken. And so I'm just confused because between the pretzels, the $5 charger that wasn't even like Apple based, it was like one of those one-offs, and the $4 a tin of the nicotine, they left the $200 sunglasses I got for free. And so I'm thinking to myself, like, are these that bad? Like, if someone's going to rob you and they leave sunglasses that are of the most value, are these that ugly?
I mean,
I'll put them on.
When did you get them?
Maybe like 2 or 3 years ago. But they're Maui Jims.
I mean, I know the Maui Jim brand. I've heard
That's a solid brand, right?
Yeah. I'm a little surprised. Maybe it doesn't quite hit the demographic of what.
Hey, Kyle!
No, hold on.
You hear that?
Does that sound like?
He just said a black person robbed me, and they didn't want the Maui Jims.
No, I didn't.
Wait a minute. You don't think black people wear Maui Jims?
Apparently, Brad doesn't.
I feel like. By the way, by demographic, I meant like an older person. Does an older person want? I feel like someone who's 50 or older wears Maui Jim, not someone who's breaking into cars, which I can only assume is a youth.
You got my man's over here.
He's sweating.
Yeah, man, you're gonna accuse me?
You ain't racist. Listen, he ain't racist. Russell Wilson text him. That's how you know he ain't racist.
We're friends.
That's his bug.
We're friends.
Mr. Phony.
Unlimited.
So, quick Google search on Maui Jim. Everything's of like the 200 range. These probably aren't worth $200 anymore, but they're still of more value than the nicotine and the pretzels and the charger. So I'm going to put these on, and you guys just got to shoot me straight. I'm thinking I got to be done with these now because they didn't get stolen.
Yeah, and I'm gonna just be frank with you. Okay?
Be honest. I'm gonna put these on and go to YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. You can see the glasses.
So first and foremost, I just want to be nice to you and say, listen, I'm sorry you got robbed. I'm sorry you got violated.
Yeah, true. Thank you.
Because
Brad didn't start with that.
It's very violating to come to your car and somebody ruffle through your stuff.
Yeah,
So
I was definitely a little rattled when I got in my car driving to dinner.
So I just want you to know I'm sorry for that. But when it comes to the Maui, first and foremost, I ain't never heard of Maui Jim. Secondly, them glasses is ugly. They ugly. They're trash.
Yeah.
I saw them in your car when we got in the car to go to AmFam Field one time, and I thought they were hideous then. You get some aviators or something cool.
See, here's my problem with that.
Ray-Bans, maybe.
Here's my problem with that. You got to say something then.
No, it's not. Listen, no, it's not my
Real
business.
friends, it's like when you have something stuck in your teeth. They tell you got something stuck in your teeth.
See, here's the thing, though. Is that we too old to be telling people stuff because it's going to hurt your feelings. Because you took time to say, I want those, right? Even though you got them for free, you said, I want those glasses. I like those sunglasses. I'm going to be in public, walking around, driving with those sunglasses. That was a choice. I seen Brad with sunglasses. His sunglass game is dope. He got a good sunglasses game. You, on the other hand, my friend, that's trash, man. It's trash. You better off wearing these right here. I call these the Aaron Joneses. You better off wearing these. Now, aren't these swaggy?
those are fresh.
Yeah, so I mean, those glasses, unfortunately for you, they didn't steal them.
800-990-30. Here's how I'm looking at it. It's not unfortunately, it's fortunate because now I know after this show I can never put these on my face again.
Yeah, no.
So they might have done me a favor. 800-990-3776 on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. That's where you can find the sunglasses, and I look forward to the text line. I look forward to YouTube. I look forward to all of you telling me how horrible these are because I need to know because Brad, I don't trust. Kyle, I don't trust. I trust KBN Nation's opinion. I don't trust these guys. They're out to get me.
Those look like they're from kind of like the 80s. Like 80s. I'm getting 80s vibes. Anyone else?
I don't know why you wanted those. Like, what like, for real, though, what about those glasses did you say, yeah, I'm going to look good here?
They were free, right? Did you get a choice?
Oh, yeah.
And you chose those.
Oh my
Makes it worse.
He said, oh yeah.
It's like these. I'm gonna be looking fresh in these.
You kind of got it. It's kind of screaming douchebag. Like if I saw you walking around with those glasses on,
douche.
Yeah, for real. You kind of look like a douche with them on. Just kind of.
Oh Lord.
I mean, have you looked in the mirror?
I mean, yes. I obviously put them on and looked in the rearview mirror in my car. And I was like, are these that bad? The robber didn't steal these sunglasses. Are these that bad?
When you tried them on for the first time, you tried all the different ones on, like Little Red Riding Hood, where you tried all the different glasses on, and you put those on. You said, oh, these are just right. These are perfect. You thought you looked real good in those, didn't you?
Well, and that's the thing is I had like people there from the sunglass company, right?
Oh.
Did they suggest those?
Well, I tried a bunch on. They were, and so somebody did me wrong.
Yeah, the ones they can't sell. These,
we found the sucker.
Yeah,
we found the sucker.
Go and wear Maui Gyms for free for us and be just advertise for us, Ben.
Oh man, now I'm looking on the stream on YouTube. I look like a dork.
You do.
Jeez. Do I have to punish myself and wear these the entire show now?
Yeah, you look like
I feel like it. If these are going to be the last time, you might as well go out strong.
For real. He looks like the Terminator, doesn't he?
Yeah, I guess I'm Terminator.
That's a compliment.
80s. No, but I mean.
No?
It is a compliment, but I'm surprised that
off-brand Terminator.
All right, let me try the Aaron Jones ones on.
I'm thinking more Tom Cruise and Risky Business.
Yeah, it's definitely 80s vibes, right? I'm getting 80s vibes.
All right, generic
so right
at Walgreens.
Right now,
as the checkout line.
I have the non-stolen sunglasses out of my car that were more value than everything else stolen in my car yesterday. Here comes the Aaron Jones sunglasses. Man.
Oh my God. Worse.
Am I just not a sunglass guy?
Yeah, them don't.
They look good on Kyle. I don't know what happened when. But
there he goes with the race thing again, Kyle. The glasses look better on the black guy than the white guy.
Well, they do.
The brother.
Tell me I'm wrong.
If it was a brother who robbed you, which we do not know, he probably would have took them. He probably would have took them. He would have took them. He would have went to the
club.
why
don't I put these in my car and leave it unlocked and see if they're taken?
Keep them right. They would be taken for sure. 100% would have been gone.
800-990-3776. Benny, you might be better off looking through the lost and found when you come to the apple orchard tomorrow. That's Applemen setting up cones. So Hey, if there's a lost and found at the apple orchard, maybe, Kyle, if you're there when I'm there tomorrow at Jacobson Orchards in Waterford, you can pick out some sunglasses with me from the lost and found.
If we are there at the same time, I would be happy to help you find a nice swaggy pair of sunglasses that can replace the free $200 ones that nobody obviously wanted.
How many were there? How many that you had to choose from at Maui Gym?
Oh, no. This text hurts. You look like Jesse Nelson.
Oh no! That's what it was. That's what it was. I couldn't quite put my finger on it, but yes.
Oh, man. I should give these away for free. I mean, Robert didn't even want them. Who wants them? First person listening to come to the 3rd Street Market Hall and comes to the ESPN studio and knocks on the window, I'll give you the sunglasses. I swear to God. I can give away free stuff. That's not a contest. This is me giving something of my belongings that has zero value, apparently, free.
I think you should give them to Jesse. It should be a good gift to Jesse, like an olive branch, and saying, "Hey, Jesse, I know we have a lot of beef and a lot of tension. This is just a, here you go."
AKA, I look like a dork in these, you'll look dorkier. 800-990-3776. All right. Deep breath. Got robbed. You guys don't really feel that bad. And if anything, we're going to look at this as a positive, because now I'm never going to look as ugly as I do in the sunglasses that I'm not wearing right now that are in my hands. So let's get to it. 800-990-3776. Coming up next, let's break down. I'm a little distraught right now, as you can kind of feel my vibes go down of like, I can't believe I picked these out and thought these were a good idea, and Kyle and Brad have roasted me. I'll give you my address and send them to me. I ain't going to do all that. 800-990-3776. Packers, Broncos. I want to hear why the Green Bay Packers are going to win. Don't tell me they're going to win. Tell me why and how they are going to win. 800-990-3776. We'll talk to all of you. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, presented by the official beer of the NFL.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Okay, that might be true.
In Ben's defense, I will say that Al was very confident as well, saying that he was going to smoke Brust.
He did.
So,
He did talk some smack. Chris, Benny Believer. I have 3% now.
Benny Believer.
There's Benny Believers out there. You better believe it.
Who created that?
Benny Believer.
Presented by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Yeah, they're football guys, but they don't shy away from the big topics of the day.
I think black licorice is like being left-handed.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Also sponsored by American Family Insurance.
I think it's the same percentage of people like black licorice that are left-handed.
You're partially left-handed.
I'm not left-handed.
No,
if you don't left-handed, if you don't.
Weekdays 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN and available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
If you're looking for a truck, go to the source. Ewald Automotive is Milwaukee's truck headquarters. No matter what you're shopping for, we've got them all. Ford, Ram, Chevy, GMC. All backed by our low price guarantee with savings up to $10,000. We'll even pay you $2,500 over book value for your trade. Plus, drive away with Ewald's exclusive 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Why shop anywhere else? Shop now at ewaldauto.com. See dealer for complete details.
The Bog in Saukville is Ozaki County's best golf experience. 18 championship holes designed by the legendary golfer Arnold Palmer, settled amongst 250 acres of beautiful private land. The Bog caters to golfers of all skill levels, offering a golf experience unlike any other. Come enjoy the finest golf greens in Wisconsin, and after your round, enjoy a bite to eat in our restaurant or out on our new patio bar overlooking the 18th green. It's time to golf, Wisconsin. It's time to enjoy the Bog.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org. Here's Ashton Rotman with the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
A huge congratulations to this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, which is actually the entire Divine Savior Holy Angels girls golf squad. DSHA came from behind last weekend to take home the WIAA State Girls Golf Tournament Division I Championship. In fact, in a post-tournament comment, Dasher Senior golfer Kate Kruger credited Irish challenge coins as somewhat of a lucky charm in their victory. Not to be lost, however, Kruger did perform extremely well down the stretch at University Ridge. She went birdie, par, birdie to make sure they held on for the title. Congratulations to the entire Divine Savior Holy Angels girls golf squad on their state title, and good luck next season.
It's time for the Ortho ASAP Minute from Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin.
I'm here with Dr. Daniel Holub at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Doctor, let's say someone is feeling some pain. That pain, it just will not go away. What's the next thing that person should do?
Get an appointment with one of the specialists at Orthopedic Associates, and we will work through that problem with you.
In your position, you help people get rid of pain. You help them be able to move and be active again. How rewarding is it for you to really see someone regain a certain quality of life?
That's got to be the best part of my job, is seeing somebody that's been struggling either for a short time with a fresh injury or a long time with a degenerative condition, and being able to find a proper solution for them, whether it's just a rehabilitation process or if it's a surgical process, and watching them over the course of weeks to months improve to the point of enjoying life again.
The Ortho ASAP Minute is sponsored by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference.
At Gruber Law Offices, we take great pride in helping those who have trusted us after a serious accident. Our team has the knowledge, resources, and experience to get you the results you deserve. Don't wait to get the help you need. Make the right call. Call Gruber Law Offices today. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
1, 2.
Yep. When it's the end of the weekend, but not quite.
I think this song is called Sunday, which we're getting ready for. Packers Broncos on Sunday. Bye week done. We're going to learn a lot over the next 5 weeks. 800-990-3776. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. On YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, you can see the sunglasses I'm wearing. My car got broken into, aka I left it open. Somebody took my nicotine, my charger, and my pretzels, but they did not take the Maui Jims of $200 of value. And Kevin in Sheboygan makes a very good point after TC chimes in and says, I look like Jesse Nelson in these. He says, remember, Ben, value is subjective. They may have cost $200 to buy. You got them for free, but that doesn't mean the guy who robbed you saw value in them. If you look like Jesse Nelson, you need to smash them and remove the bad juju. And I'm thinking, at the end of the show, I'm going to smash these.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. But we are asking all of you, as Marion Tosa chimes in as well. Benny, I love you, but those sunglasses got to go. You are way too good looking for those, Marion Tosa. Thank you, Mary. Love that.
Boosting your confidence. I like it.
Yeah, well, I need it.
You need it after that.
I need it.
Not only did you get robbed, but you also figured out that you have terrible sunglasses sense.
Rob chimes in and says, the Packers will win on Sunday because Russell Wilson has become more lame than those sunglasses. Point taken. Point taken. We're asking you all show long. I want to hear from KBN Nation. I want to keep the good vibes going. Tell me why the Green Bay Packers are going to win on Sunday. We'll get to ours, but first, I like it. Let's get to Tom in North Carolina. Tom, what's up?
What's up? Hey, guys, how we doing?
Doing great.
Well, I'm going to tell you why I think the Packers are going to win. Not why I know they're going to win. Number one, I think the coaching staff got very smart when they kept Aaron Jones out and let him rest with the bye coming up. I think he's going to come out on fire. I think it's going to give our man Love an extra receiver to dump down to. Number two, I think this is the game that Romeo Doubs really starts to click. I mean, one target last week, unacceptable. I blame the coaching staff for that. And number three, I think Jair Alexander's comments right before the bye about how the defense is going to have to really pick it up because the offense is probably holding back a little bit or not where they should be. I think that's fuel for fire for the offense. So I think they're going to roll. I predict Packers by 14.
There it is. Tom in North Carolina bringing the heat, bringing reasons and good points to the conversation. 800-990-3776. Good vibes only. You tell us why the Green Bay Packers are going to win on Sunday. Bradley Nortman, you played in the NFL. They've had time to prepare. They've had time to self-scout. They've had time to look at the Broncos. You tell me why the Green Bay Packers are going to win.
There's going to be two guys that come alive on Sunday. One of them is going to be Aaron Jones, and they're going to feed him early and often. I'm talking running game and passing game. We're going to see the dynamic part of this offense that we haven't seen in a long time. I think he's hungry to get back. I think the offense wants him to get back. He's going to add a wrinkle That's going to make everybody look good around him. That's number one. Number two, the other guy that's going to get after that's hungry, that is Rashawn Gary. When Rashawn Gary is playing with his hair on fire, boy, he is something that just terrorizes you. Can't get into rhythm. The Denver Broncos haven't been able to do a good job of protecting Russell Wilson. And Russell doesn't have the speed and elusivity that he... Elusivity? Something like that?
Not as elusive as he once was.
He's trying to be more of a pocket passer now, and I just think that that's creating an opportunity, a fertile opportunity for a guy like Rashawn Gary to go in there and terrorize. I like the fact they've kept him on a snap count and be able to just ease him into it. But I'd like to see them just pull the collar off a little bit and just let the guy go. Let him just go out there and get it. So I'm thinking like a 2.5 sack game.
2.5?
2.5.
Powerful.
Yeah. Last time you said that it happened.
I know it did. I'm calling it again.
But did they lose that game?
They won that game.
Oh, they won that game.
That was
that was the Saints game. It wasn't the game after.
When he gets into a rhythm and he gets going, I mean, there are guys in the league, a few that are better than him, but man, he is good when he is rolling. So I want to see it this game. I think he comes back alive.
800-990-3776. Old Bradley there clicked his mic off a little too early.
A little too early.
800-990-ESPN. Tell me why the Green Bay Packers are going to win on Sunday.
I'm going to keep it funky, fresh, and simple, right? We talked about this yesterday. What matters on Sunday? Jordan Love playing well or the Green Bay Packers winning? And I believe Vince Lombardi, who you're not like because you are like Judge Judy, he said winning isn't the only thing. What did he say? Winning isn't everything. Winning's the only thing.
That's right.
Y'all know the quote. It's the only thing. Winning is the only thing. And so for me, in order for this team to win, I need for the team to step up. And so I think this is going to be a turning point. So we just had old boy from North Carolina come and call in and chime in and say that he thinks Romeo Doubs is going to step up and Aaron Jones is going to step up. I'll take him a step further. I think all the young players on offense, Romeo Doubs, Jaden Reed, old Sharman Christian Watson, Luke Musgrave.
One game, 3 catches, 9 targets. He calls him Sharman.
Sharman. He's like the teddy bears on the little.
I guess the injury can also prone history can add to the Sharman.
We can get rid of that. We can get rid of that nickname once he proves it to me. But here's the thing. I think that this is the game where all the young weapons that the Green Bay Packers drafted and the young weapons they're depending on, I think this is a turning point. They had what last week? They had a real bye week. They had what last week? An opportunity to self-evaluate. We had what last week? An opportunity for a message to be given down from the coach for them to ponder and think about during the bye week. So I believe that these young, impressionable players are going to be able to take the advice of their head coaches, take the coaching of their coaches, and get better this week. Maximize play. So I look forward to the young players on this roster on the offensive side of the ball having a breakout game. Just you can mark it down, you can count it. That bad defense that Ben talks about is going to get a dose of the Green Bay Packers youth in the future.
Hey, it's good vibes only. It's tell us why the Green Bay Packers are going to win on Sunday. 800-990-3776. Let's go to Mike in Sun Prairie. Mike, what do you got for us? Mike, test 1, 2. Chris, you want to try and get him off the air?
Oh, I'm here.
Yep, I'm
here. Yeah.
Millions listening.
I think the Hackett revenge tour continues. That's LaFleur's boy. I think he's going to put a dose of revenge on Peyton, just like happened last week to the Broncos. So that factor's there. And then I don't have anything new to add other than the Jonesy thing, but I think Jones is going to show up and play hard. But I like it. The team liked Hackett, too. He was a good around team guy, so I'm going with that as my number one thing.
I like it. It's different, it's unique, and it's something that I didn't even consider, which is what we welcome from KBN Nation, the ideas and the points that we miss. 800-990-3776. Believe it or not, why I think the Green Bay Packers are going to win on Sunday.
Before you get into this, this is genuine.
We know how this goes.
You can't do this because I've set this whole thing up and I've been positive and I've been owning this.
You're right.
And I'm going to keep it rolling.
All right. Now, Brad, are we okay with this?
I mean, I guess we got to see if it's the third time is the trend, right? He picked them once, they lost. The second time they lost. This would be rough
if we do the whole show positive vibe.
Right now. I ain't got time for the extra stress.
Matty, Mouse LaFleur is less of a mouse on Sunday. He's had time to prepare for the Denver Broncos. He's had time to look at all the pieces around him. He's had time to help Luke Musgrave, who, when targeted, is good at separation. He ran the wrong route on last Monday against Las Vegas. He got reamed out for it. We know that, right? We've seen all the different scenarios. But Matt LaFleur did win 39 games in 3 years in the regular season. He is proven to win games in the regular season. So why would I go against a guy who has had this track record until he absolutely breaks all of Packer fans' hearts in a game like this? You have to trust him. You have to trust that he's going to be able to take the 53 guys that he's got for Sunday and figure out a way to beat an abysmal Broncos team. You have to, especially after the loss against the Las Vegas Raiders, because what felt like a get-right game there, you didn't. But this is I wouldn't say it's a get-right game. I wouldn't say it's a must-win game. It's just a show-us what you got game. Show us what you're working with. We know that it has young talent all across the roster. We know Goody probably didn't give you everything that you would have wished for a team to go out there and play with, but this is what you have. And with what you have, you got to figure out ways to make it work, and that's what the best head coaches are able to do. They're able to elevate their players and put them in a spot to be successful. I think over the course of these 14-ish days that they've had throughout the bye, they're going to get it done on Sunday. I was going to also go with something that Brad said, and I can echo it because I believe it wholeheartedly. Rashawn Gary, he is going to disrupt this game. He is going to make Russell Wilson look like he is really bad. Because guess what? He's shown Hackett, Sean Payton, he's not what he was. And Rashawn Gary off the edge will make a play, whether it be I'm not saying he's going to get a sack fumble. I'm just saying his pressure rate will make Russell so uncomfortable that what is the strength of this defense? Well, you brought back Eric Stokes off the injured list, and they were like, we don't even know if we can play Eric Stokes because we got Rasul Douglas. We got Jair Alexander. Jair did not practice, so that is an interesting point to make of this, but they've been able to turn teams over when they get pressure with their front four. And Rashawn Gary off of a bye, who's been on a limited snap count, unleash the beast time now, right? I think this is the time now, if he's got comfort and trust in his knee, that he's going to make a strong impact on the game. So Rashawn Gary will help force the turnover, whether it be through him doing it or just his presence making that offense uncomfortable for the Broncos, helping turn over the Broncos. So Matt LaFleur and Rashawn Gary.
You know what, Brad? That was believable.
I believed it.
That was believable. The last time I knew it was a bunch of phooey, malarkey. That was just you trying to troll. That, my friend, that was real. That was real. You believe in Rashawn Gary.
I love Rashawn. So
even though you took a shot at Matty Mouse
LaFleur becomes less of a mouse.
It can't be all positive.
I mean,
right?
you call Christian Watson Charmin.
I mean, well, I calls it how's I see it.
That's what I do.
All right. Well, if the guy who won 39 games is Matty Mouse and the guy who, decides he doesn't want to play because he has sore hamstrings and doesn't fight for the ball.
Going after the injured guy.
No,
tough luck.
I like him, but step up. Step up. No more Charmin.
800-990-3776. Again, 800-990-3776. You tell us why you think the Green Bay Packers will win on Sunday. Homer, who's joining us at 4:15, just saying, tell me they're going to win. No, I want to hear why they are going to win. 800-990-3776. We'll hit you, KBN Nation, next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Honestly,
I don't like it.
Honestly, sometimes I don't like when I win either.
Yeah.
Because I'm really annoying about it, and I think the entire listening audience, I'd probably have 2% of everyone listening is rooting for me to win. The other 98% are rooting for me to fall on my face.
I'm in that 98% now.
Most topics can be polarizing. I feel like this is not polarizing.
Presented by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Get to and from every home game in Green Bay this football season safely. Milwaukee Brought House, Jack's American Pub, and Wanakee Golf Course all offer transportation on game days. They've got bus services with private restrooms and all-you-can-drink packages. Book your round-trip ride from any of these locations and get complimentary access to an all-you-can-eat and drink tailgate at the bar on Holmgren Way. Make your reservations now. There's still room for the October 29th and November 5th games. Visit MilwaukeeBroughtHouse.com to book your trip today.
Don't put your life on hold to earn a degree. Lakeland University has a long history of making students' dreams come true. Since 1862, build a schedule that meets your needs with options for 7 and 12-week courses, evening classes, and the ability to join classes remotely. Lakeland University is Wisconsin's leader in evening and online education. They have a main campus in Sheboygan County and 6 centers throughout the whole state. Lakeland University. Affordable, quality, flexible. Find out your next steps at info.lakeland.edu.
Announcing the former All-Star Buick GMC is now the all-new Cunis Buick GMC of Oak Creek. And the former John Paul's Buick GMC is now the all-new Cunis Buick GMC of Greenfield, Milwaukee's Buick GMC headquarters. Greg Cunis was recently named Time Magazine's Wisconsin Automotive Dealer of the Year. Plus, Cunis dealerships have been awarded Top 100 Best in the U.S. by the Automotive News the past 9 years. Our mission is to bring the Cunis Auto Group's unequaled customer satisfaction and service to our friends in the greater Milwaukee area. Cunis Milwaukee Buick GMC stores have the area's largest pre-owned car, truck, and SUV inventory with over 3,000 vehicles available on lot or online and always at a price and payment you can afford. And all new and pre-owned Cunis vehicles come with our exclusive no-fear lifetime warranty coverage at no extra charge. So buy like a champion at the all-new Cunis Buick GMC of Oak Creek, 7020 South 27th Street, or Cunis Buick GMC of Greenfield, 3615 South 108th Street. Milwaukee's Buick GMC headquarters.
The all-new Potawatomi Casino Hotel has something you gotta see. Play more slots and games, and you could say, "Show me the money," to reveal up to 10 grand each Thursday. 800,000 in prizes is up for grabs. 40 winners each week. This October and November at Potawatomi, Milwaukee. When you're ready to win, just say, "Show me the money." More info at paysbig.com. Must be 21 years old and a club member to play.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we've helped hunters gear up for the season for over 6 decades. So as you prep for this year's hunt, shop unbeatable deals on supplies to make your trip successful. Like 10 packs of Grabber hand warmers, just $5.99. Save $10 on select styles of men's insulated hunting jackets and bibs. A Baronet Grounder 250 camo hunting blind is only $129.99. And assorted large bags of Diamond dog food are $3 off.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Hey, Drew Scott here, and I'm Jonathan Scott, reminding you that life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance. They can help you get just the right protection at just the right price and help you save when you bundle home and auto. Kind of like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It'll be just right for you. We love a custom build. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It's playoff time for the Crusaders. On Friday night, Catholic Memorial begins its march to another state title with level 1 of the WIAA playoffs.
Cross the 45. Now he's at midfield. He's gone down that left sideline. 25-20. 15-10-5. Touchdown. Corey Smith.
Keith Neitzel and Mike Podol are on the call starting at 6:30. Sponsored by R&R Insurance, BC Adhesives, KMI Construction, Lake 5 Landscape Supply, Home Sealed Exteriors, Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, Curative Care Network. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Packers-Broncos on Sunday. And if you guys think I'm the problem, I said good vibes only. I said tell us why the Green Bay Packers are going to win. Daniel, the official landscaper of KBN Nation, LaFleur's only proven to win with good players. He's a bad coach with young players. No. Tell me why the Green Bay Packers are going to win. You got to overcome those kind of things. You got to overcome those things. Marcus and Waukesha also doing the no-no. How mad are us Packer fans going to be if we get blown out by Mr. Giddy Wilson and the Broncos? If that happens, do we disown LaFleur and it would be the last straw for Joe Barry? Well, Marcus, let me tell you this. That's a question for Monday if it happens. Not a question for Friday. We're asking why the Packers are going to win. Let's go to Kyle's number one super fan, 800-990-3776, Diana in Maguanago. Diana, tell me why the Green Bay Packers are going to get done.
Aaron Jones, and because it's my birthday.
Hey! Happy early birthday.
Happy birthday.
Big plans other than just watching the victory?
No, not really. Ben, I got a question for you. How well do you know Mark Tauscher?
Well. Very well.
Very well. Is there any way that you can get me to get his autograph? We're season ticket holders for the Packers, and we have a Packer helmet at home, a big one, and I want Tauscher to sign it.
That is a job for Jesse Nelson. During Wilde and Tausch from 9 to noon across these very stations, you call in and put that on Jesse, and he gets stuff done.
Okay.
There it is.
Gotcha.
Diana McGuanago, thank you for the call.
Doesn't want your autograph.
No, look,
I get it.
Tausch is Mr. Wisconsin.
Yeah, he is.
He grew up in the heart of the state on a farm. He walked on to Wisconsin. He played 11 years for the Green Bay Packers. He's in the Packer Hall of Fame. He resides in Wisconsin. He is Mr. Wisconsin. If there was Mr. Wisconsin, I'd give it to Tausch right now.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I can't even think about how many other players did that from a level outside of even Wisconsin. I can't think of anybody that grew up in a certain state, played at that state.
The whole career,
and then played his NFL career there the whole time.
And lived there.
That's so rare.
No,
and then live there.
That's very tough.
That's so rare.
And for him to be, like you say, Mr. Wisconsin, not only like Mr. Wisconsin, Mr. Universe, where all that, the bodies, right? It's all about bodies.
Yeah, he ain't going to win the body contest.
No, Tausch has a Wisconsin, but when you think about Wisconsin, right, you think about Farm Boy, you think about Big Country Strong, you think about Mark Tauscher.
So
Tausch is everything that Wisconsin represents.
Now, what I will say is Old T, he's got great feet. He's got great hands, great feet, because he's an avid tennis pickleball player, really good on his feet,
good
really
golfer.
Efficient, solid golfer. Again, like Old T can do it all.
Yeah, as an athlete.
I mean, he played in the state championship, I believe, at Auburndale High School.
Yeah, when you herding goats and herding cows like he had to do, going to the left and the right, shepherd, that's how them feet get good. Be doing that since he was a child, little Tyler.
All right, well, here's what we're going to do then, because we talked about Tausch. Chris, if you could pull up Old T, because that's timely. Diana, Kyle Wallace's #1 fan of KBN Nation, she wants Mark Tauscher's autograph. Well, she's going to want it even more because this was Mark Tauscher as they ended Wilde and Tausch with Tausch doing another just beautiful song about the Green Bay Packers facing the Denver Broncos. Please enjoy this minute 45.
There's the Broncos, they've been stinking. Sean Payton's hoodwinking. Dolphin blowout. Badmouth Hackett. Season's in a straitjacket.
Yeah!
Well, is Mr. Unlimited still a superstar? Not by far.
Broncos country, let's ride.
You can kiss him goodbye. 69 points on a 67-yard touchdown run.
From top to bottom, you're not good enough. Whoever picked this talent, you're not good enough. The coaches, you're not good enough. The talent on the field is not good enough.
In the biggest situations, you need your best players to make plays.
Wilson lost the football. Rolling towards the sideline. Picked up by the Jets. And he goes.
Yeah, that's the truth. We really should and could be 4-1.
I love Denver. It's my kind of place. Just showing up at the stadium puts a W in our place.
Yeah, baby.
It ain't too hard. Just don't be subpar. Love, 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 love. I love Denver.
Bravo! That's Mr. Wisconsin. Mark
Grammy coming his way after that one. Goodness.
I feel like we have to call him Mr. Wisconsin forever on the show.
Yeah.
Old T or Mr. Wisconsin. That's all it is for Mark Tauscher.
Yeah, I mean, It was proven today. He had all these songs that he made, and then he made this great country song right here. I'm talking with twang now.
Yeah, I mean, you could choose any genre that you wanted to pull that off, and he picked an old boy country song. I mean, that's a great choice for this state.
I can see him riding on horses down in Denver.
Yeah.
Rudy from Sheboygan chimes in 800-990-3776. How dare you, Diana, birthday or not, try to pimp my boy Benny to obtain an autograph for your living room. No respect, and Ben, we brust. Rudy. Thank you, Rudy. Appreciate the support.
You ever been pimped out before?
Just was.
So I got a funny pimped out story. So
I never thought I'd hear the day that Brad said I got a funny pimped out story.
How many woes did you have?
Well, how many woes?
Yeah, I mean, you replaced the W with an H.
Oh, okay. I thought we were talking about like autograph pimped out story.
Well, I knew it was too good to be true.
My language, dang it!
I knew it was too good to be true.
Speak my language.
Play it right.
I would every once in a while get mail to get like signed and sent back or whatever, but it was semi.
Who the hell wanted a punter's autograph?
Man, there were some punter lovers out there, and a lot of them were Wisconsin people. Shout out to all the Wisconsin folks listening, because you love your former Badgers. You love your former Badgers, me included. But anyway, I got one of them that big old letter or whatever, and basically said, "Hey, Brad, love what you do for the team. Like big time Panther fan. Hey, I've been sending Cam a weekly letter." And he hasn't responded. Like, would you mind giving this to Cam for him to send back? I'm like, come on, man. You're gonna send it to me then? They probably went down the roster and was like, who can I depend
the sucker?
on? Yeah, who's gonna saunter over to Cam, actually read this and come through with it? So I was like, man, get out of here.
Well, the one thing that Mr. Wisconsin and Brad Nortman have in common is they know where to go when it comes to windows and doors. And that's Gina Della from Pella.
That's right. I mean, there is only one place to go if you are looking for new windows and doors, and that is Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. You know, times like these when it's a nice day out and it's a nice fall day, you want to open those windows and let the fresh air come in, but it is not going to be long. I'm talking like 2 weeks away where it's going to be freezing outside, and those old drafty windows that you got, they got to get replaced. You do not want to go through another winter where you're dealing with that, and Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin is the only place to go for it to have easy installation. No mess, no hassle, only perfect results. And they're not just practical and durable, they're stylish too. They've got amazing, intuitive and innovative features like shades and blinds between the glass, things that make life easy, stylistically and practically. So they're going to give you the perfect results that they always do and leave you satisfied. So schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com.
We take you to school, KBN Academy, coming up next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light.
I said, you know what? You remind me of Brother Malcolm. I'm going to call you Brother Ben, because by any means necessary, you're going to go against the grain. You're going to do what you got to do. And one day, I mean, you might get taken out.
You might as well call me Tory Lowe.
You might get taken out. You might get taken out by yours. So I said, you like Brother Malcolm. So I said,
what do you think, Tory?
More like Brother Ben, Brother Malcolm.
I thought it was more like Rush Limbaugh.
No! On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
His name's Mr. Unlimited.
Oof, aren't you glad this guy isn't your quarterback?
Wilson lost the football. Picked up by the Jets.
Wilson to the end zone. That is intercepted.
Trust if you're looking for the goodies, Denver isn't the place.
On 2nd and 8, Wilson throwing it is intercepted.
Get ready for the green and gold in Denver with us.
Tell him I'm unlimited.
94.5 ESPN.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
What does the skeleton say before dinner? A bon appetit. And why did the ghost go to the bar? For the booze. Yeah, Halloween jokes can be corny. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. Since 1960, we've provided the most spooktacular selection and savings in town. From skull-shaped vodka bottles and pumpkin cream liqueurs to adult trick-or-treat bags and your favorite seasonal wines and beers. We've got the spirits to get you in the spirit. Combine our selection with everyday low prices and 2 convenient locations, and Discount Liquor is the one trick-or-treat stop you can't skip. Discount Liquor, locally owned and family operated with 2 locations, in Milwaukee on 51st and Oklahoma, and in downtown Waukesha on Barstow and Maine. See all of our specials at DiscountLiquorInc.com.
Discount Liquor.
Get your game on at the Island Resort and Casino with first-round picks of your favorite slots and table games. Bring friends and watch your favorite team compete on big screens. Grab game day eats in T. McSee's Sports Bar. Or celebrate your team's victory in Horizon's Steakhouse. To book your game time at the Island Resort and Casino, call 800-682-6040 today.
Greetings, ESPN listeners. This is Matt Anderson with Maddie's Bar and Grill in New Berlin. I want to personally thank everyone for making our 25th summer amazing. The Big Backyard at Maddie's hosted over 100 catered parties and live music events, and we are just getting warmed up as we turn the corner into another great Wisconsin sports season. Our 18-foot LED wall, combined with Maddie's signature hospitality, culinary and spirits expertise, and amazing space makes this your ultimate destination for all things sports this fall. I'll see you when I'm looking at you.
Tired of power outages disrupting your life? Make them a thing of the past by getting a Generac home standby generator from Adams Generators. Adams Generators is the largest and #1 rated Generac dealer in Wisconsin. With 24/7 emergency support, our factory-trained technicians are standing by to assist you. Visit adamspower.com/generators to make sure your power always stays on. That's adamspower.com/generators.
From the tee box to the green and everything golf related in between.
Who's number one?
Max.
Yeah, Max Homa's number one. It's not even close, right?
On the tee with Gabe Neitzel and Steven Watson.
Just because he's been so open and honest already, you get a couple drinks in that guy, like, how open is he going to be?
On the tee with Gabe and Steven. Presented by Wisconsin Golf Trips. Tuesday night at 6, right here on 94.5 ESPN. And available with Wisconsin On Demand wherever you get your podcasts. It's playoff time for the Crusaders. On Friday night, Catholic Memorial begins its march to another state title with level 1 of the WIAA playoffs.
10-5 touchdown, 40-yard touchdown run. Xavier McClinton, it's the 4th touchdown of the quarter.
Gabe Neitzel and Mike Podol are on the call starting at 6:30. Sponsored by the Bray Team at Shore West, Gerald Nell Inc., Wind Dancer Balloon Promotions, Mid-City Sports, Suburban Asphalt, Perspire Sauna Studio, Edge Leadership, and Urchel Real Estate Group. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
I came here for love, someone to hold me down.
Getting ready for Packers Broncos on Sunday. And if you came here for love, you're going to see it on Sunday. 800-990-3776, the ESPN Wisconsin Talk and Text line. Streaming on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and on Twitter at KBN ESPN. I'm Ben Brust. He's Kyle Wallace. Also got Brad Nortman, 6-time 6-year NFL punter Chris Larson running the show. Again, all day long, I want to hear from all you. 800-990-3776. Tell us why you think the Green Bay Packers are going to beat the Denver Broncos. Positive vibes only, no negatives. But right now, KBN Academy.
In radio, our goal's pretty simple.
Just so you know, you really suck.
Have an A show or an F show.
Hey, I'll decide who sucks around here.
The same goes for topics in this next segment. This is the KBN Academy.
Those that can't do, teach.
KBN Academy is presented by Circa Sports. Play the Circa Million and Circa Survivor with $14 million in guaranteed prizes only at Circa Sports. Enter in Vegas, play from anywhere. Visit circasports.com for details.
Professor Wallace, Professor Nortman, and Professor Brust here to give our answers. There's A or Fs. There's no B's, C's, or D's, or anywhere in between. We'll give some questions, and you know what we got to give, an A or an F. Let's start here because it was news yesterday. Terry Stotts has stepped down as the Bucs assistant coach after an apparent incident in a recent shoot-around. A or F, Stotts stepping down is a big deal.
This is an F to me. I really don't think it's a big deal. Of all the players and coaches that matter for this team to win another championship, he's somewhere pretty far down the list. I would even say, I mean, I want to put an actual number on it, but something like 9, 10, 11, something like that of people that are coaches, players that are like, we need this guy to win a championship. So it's an F. I don't think it matters. I think it's going to be Dame and Giannis and Coach Griffin and all the headliners that are going to make or break the season anyway.
I mean, I'm saying F for a different reason because I do think it matters. I do think the whole thing was he was trying to implement the offense with Giannis and Dame and wasn't in the coach's huddle when Griff wanted him to be in the coach's huddle. So I think it's an F because I believe what they were bringing him in for was to help implement the offense and something that Griff isn't known for. And so I think it matters, but it's at the end of the day, like you said, it's all about Giannis. It's all about Dame. It's all about Adrian Griffin. It's about the players and not about the assistant coach. It would have been nice to have him. He definitely would have been a plus for us, but the ship keeps rowing.
Yeah, I'm an F as well. I think it's a deal, but it's not a big deal, right? Like, it's never a great thing a week before the season when you have, a primary assistant coach step down that was going to be a part of what you were building after you trade for a superstar. But ultimately, I haven't heard Giannis be like, oh, I'm distraught, right? Like, we would have heard that. If Giannis would have been like, oh, my gosh, like I'm really sad Terry's gone, this, that. We didn't hear that. Like, there would have been a source leaked from the NBA saying Giannis, is upset that he left. So because I haven't heard anything from Giannis, that's all that matters. Because guess what? Giannis and Dame are the team. And when I say they're the team, they're the two that are going to be working together on the floor, making this work. Adrian Griffin, obviously, a defensive-minded head coach. I trust Dame and Giannis's offensive ability and their experience in the league to be more important than Terry Stotts, although it is a deal, just not as big of a deal as some may think it is. Let's move on to Sunday's game against the Denver Broncos. So obviously, tight spread, 1-5 Bronco team, 2-3 Packer team. A or F? The season is done if they lose the Broncos.
That's an F for me. I don't think it is a must-win in the traditional sense because this team still has a long way to go as far as figuring out who they are and the importance of still getting quality wins and of important games. And the goal was never to actually make a deep playoff run anyway. So even if they get 4 wins and you look at the schedule and say you don't really see an easy route to the playoffs or a logical route to one, there's still a whole lot for this team to play for and play for into the future. Look at what the Lions did last year. They started off terrible. They ended the season strong, carried that over to this year. So look, yeah, it might be done for a Super Bowl run, but that really wasn't in the cards anyway. Building this team is more important.
Yeah, that's an F. I agree. That's an absolute F. You know why? Because it wasn't about 2023. Growth, baby. Growth. That's all that matters is how this team grows. If they lose on Sunday, it would suck. It would be miserable for a lot of us fans, but it still is another step in the process. And so, again, we want to win on Sunday, but if they lose, it's not the end of the world for this team.
Yeah, I mean, the season would be over from I'm going to say, the season would be over. Like, they're a young team at 2-4. From what a season is about trying to win, right? Like, that's why they are in the NFL, because every team, no matter who's on the team, are professionals and you strive to win. So in terms of like them making a run, it is an A. The season would be over, but there's still much more that can be learned. And so learning to me is like the moral victory side of things. That's why I'm going with A. And I'm not saying they can't learn anything moving forward. I'm just saying the season would be over. A 2-4 young team that's trying to find their way, they're not going to be making the playoffs, but you can definitely still learn a lot about the team. The new MLB playoff format has produced back-to-back NLCSs with 2 wildcard teams. This just reminds me of like how the Packers won their last Super Bowl as a wildcard team too. And then just fascinating thing about of all the great teams they've had, they won as the wildcard team, went 15-1. It's just crazy how sports work. So
It is.
So here's where we go. A or F, you'd still want the Brewers to win the division rather than be a wildcard team.
Yeah, I do. I think there's a natural advantage to it, and you want those games in that wild card round to be at home. And there's something about winning your division, being the king of your division, that matters. And I want NL Central division championship. So in the end, and that makes playoffs so good. I don't love hearing all this complaints about, should we change the MLB playoffs and all that kind of stuff so that these upsets aren't happening. That's what makes it beautiful. I love that. That's what gives it a sense of urgency in the playoffs. So I think you keep it as it is, but I'd still want the Brewers to win their division. Give me an A.
Yeah, ain't nobody worried about, making a wild card. Because the thing about it is, I just want the Brewers to win a World Series. I don't care how it happens. I just want the World Series dream to come true. We've been a wild card and we failed. We've won the division and we failed. We failed in every single way when it comes to the playoffs for the Milwaukee Brewers. So it would not make a difference. We tend to buck the trend when it comes to actually, following winning, except for the fact that if you beat the Brewers for the last, I guess always, you've gone on to the World Series. We'll see if that continues, but yeah, forget that. I just want the Brewers to win. I could care less about the wild card.
Yeah, see, I'm going to go with an A. I still want them to win the division rather than be a wild card team, but I want them to win the division and get the bye because they won the division and they were in the wild card series. Now, why that's important is even though wild card teams made it to the NLCS, it's a 3-game series in that wild card round, whereas you have a 5-game series in the divisional round before the NLCS. So even though, these wild card teams have gotten hot, I'd still rather win the division, have a 5-game series as a little bit of a cushion versus a 3-game series. It's tough. It's baseball. That's like any given series over 162 games. A 5-game series, tons more strategy, tons more opportunity for your manager to make an impact, tons more opportunity for you to get on a roll, even if you start slow, right? That 3-game series is just really tough. So I'm an A. I want them to win a division, but I want them to get a bye because they need all the help they can get because winning a World Series is something that hasn't happened. So I don't care about the trend of this year. I care about giving them the least amount of opportunities to not blow it. Yeah,
I feel you. It's been, what did you say? What was the word you made up for elusiveness?
Elusivity?
Elusivity. It's been elusivity for the Brewers in getting to the World Series.
Too elusive. High degree of elusivity.
I like elusivative. Whatever you say.
Yeah, we're creating words on KBN. Look at us.
That's it for KBN Academy, and I got to tell you about the Princeton Club because it's been amazing to go through my fitness journey with Maddie as my personal trainer. But when you think about the 8 locations in Madison, when you think about the wonderful location in New Berlin, you're going to find your better tomorrow because they give you everything you need to be successful. It's open 24/7. When you have a membership, there's free childcare with your membership. Think about that. Free childcare with the memberships. You could drop the kids off, get your workout done, know they're taken care of. It's just an amazing place for so many reasons. And another reason why I love it is because when you are there working out, you're not thinking about, am I at the best place? Am I at the place where I'm getting the best opportunity? They're always investing in their facilities. In New Berlin, I got the email, the locker room's getting renovated. There's tons of new equipment coming to the Madison area locations. No matter what is going on at wherever you go work out at the Princeton Club, just know you're at the best place. And they provide that feel, that community, that energy that helps you when you find your routine. You don't want to lose it. You don't want to break it. I love the Princeton Club, and you will too. Sign up, and you'll thank me. You'll find your better tomorrow. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman getting you ready for Packers-Broncos on Sunday.
Hey, Milwaukee, we make it easy.
If you're shopping for a new vehicle, don't miss Ewald Automotive's Model Year Closeout Sales Event. Save on remaining 2023s and get the lowest prices of the year. Shop over 400 new vehicles with savings up to $10,000. All backed by our low price guarantee and exclusive 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. 11 brands, 10 locations, one easy experience.
Go to EwaldAuto.com.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Stay up to date on the green and gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
Life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance because you'll feel protected no matter how the wind blows. All so you can keep enjoying the home of your dreams. And our expert agents can help you save up to 23% when you bundle home with auto. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance. Get a quote? Find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics.
When you're high, you feel different. But if you feel different, you drive different. So don't drive high. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is Ben Brust. Hear me every day on KBN from 2 to 5. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on this wonderful Friday. Across ESPN Wisconsin, presented by the official beer of the NFL, Bud Light. 800-990-3776. That's the ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line. We're streaming on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. He's Kyle Wallace, the heartbeat of the show, the hopeful Packer fan heading into Sunday. How you doing?
I told you we doing good, baby. We getting back in the winning zone.
Brad Nortman, former Badger, former NFL punter with us. You echo that?
Yeah, I do echo that.
Chris, how are you? Because I do have to ask you, you got the gum graft, you got the splint taken out of your mouth, you had mouth ulcer.
Yes.
Yeah, how you doing?
Not too good still. Still got the mouth ulcer.
I said positive vibes only, Chris.
Well, the positive vibe is that I was able to actually eat something without the mouth guard in, so that was good yesterday.
Was it still mush?
It was still mush, yes.
Goulash.
Yes.
Oh, unfortunate.
We're just counting down the days.
It wasn't buffalo wings, so I got 17 days to go until I get the stitches out.
Do you have a countdown to buffalo wings?
Oh, of course, yeah, 17 days when I get the stitches out.
Chris, how hot do you get your buffalo wing?
Get them that day. I usually get the parm garlic, and I usually get the mango habanero.
Wait a minute. So you call buffalo? So buffalo wings are just wings?
Just wings. Yeah.
Are they boneless or are they bone in?
Boneless wings aren't wings. They're chicken nuggets.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Touche. I'm not gonna
kill his ass, Chris.
I'm not gonna argue on that.
Kill his ass. 800-990-3776. I want to hear from KBN Nation right now because I don't like some of the text line. Because a lot of people are still, even though I said positive vibes only, and I even have Brad and Kyle in my corner that I'm telling you, I do believe that the 13 win for 3 seasons in a row coach after this bye week is going to be able to, after self-scouting and looking at the Broncos, put together a game plan to make his team be in a good spot to succeed. Plus, Rashawn Gary, 2.5 sacks Brad called a couple weeks ago. He did that. He's calling it again. And Kyle thinks the young boys are going to step up. We want to hear why you think the Packers are going to win. Because, again, what's the why behind it? Don't just tell me they're going to win. Why are they going to win? 800-990-3776. Michael from Oostburg chimes in. The Packers will beat the Broncos because even though we have a young team, we are seeing continuous improvement. Now, I will question that one because to me, there was a step back in Romeo, our earlier caller, Tom from North Carolina, had mentioned Romeo Doubs. 1 target. Luke Musgrave, yelled at by Matt LaFleur, right? Christian Watson, 3 catches, 9 targets. Like, that's the young guys that I don't think showed the improvement. What you get with young guys is you're going to get ups and you're going to get downs. And I think after the downs you saw against the Las Vegas Raiders, here's an opportunity for those young guys to bounce back with a great game plan for Matt LaFleur, especially if Aaron Jones is back.
Well, and those downs are so inevitable. You're just going to find yourself in situations where it's like, oh my gosh, we left that one on the table. That was a mistake. The big thing with a young team is learning from those, right? And taking those. That's why I think this bye came at a good time. We talked about this in the weeks past, but you can literally take all the pain you've experienced over the last couple of weeks and you can go out there and fix it. Most of the time, you play your game on Sunday, you review it Monday, you kind of take your reset day Tuesday, and bam, it's game plan for the next week. It's really hard to take a minute to improve yourself and be like, hey, we're doing this well, we're not doing this well. In these situations, we're killing it, and then these we're not. So I think this came at a really good time for the Packers to be able to look at that, and they should be able to exploit the Broncos on offense and on defense.
And the thing is that this offense has seemed disjointed without Aaron Jones. It seemed very choppy without Aaron Jones. This is an opportunity for the Green Bay Packers to get Aaron Jones back and bring consistency. And with that consistency comes confidence for the Green Bay Packers. And that is why I believe that this is an opportunity for the young guys to truly rise up in this game. Once you have one guy that builds confidence for everybody, Aaron Jones gets it going, that makes everybody else feel good about themselves. Because
that is contagious for a young team.
It is, because all it takes for negativity to seep in is one bad play, and you don't have that one guy that can spark you and swing that pendulum momentum the way it needs to go for you, and you have that guy back, and like Ben just said, young guys will feed off of that, and that's why I believe this will be the young guy game where we get to see some of the young fellas step up and bring more consistency to this offense.
800-990-3776. Again, 800-990-3776. Adam Madison says they're going to win this week to finally prove they got some dog in them. I mean, it is a dog opportunity, right? Like, this is a team that's given up 200 points. If you got dog, they're going to be giving up 240 points.
What?
40 burger.
Oh, man.
I mean, I'm not calling it a 40 burger, but you get where I'm going.
They trying to mimic the Dolphins, so you going to see. If we drop a 50 piece, you won't be able to tell me nothing come Monday. I'm getting me my 50 piece like Yanni.
Well, I was actually going to say that before we had that contribution from KBN Nation. Man, I would play on a couple bad teams. It is so exhausting when every media question and everything on social media is negative. You guys stink, and this is what your draft position is going to be.
Do you see that?
Do I see what?
The tweets in the media? Like people always say, I don't look at it, but like it's human nature to look at it.
You see it. Well, and it's impossible not to, right? Because you know when the media enters the locker room, right? And whether you're at the podium or just in the locker room, you know how they're shaping these questions. You know how they're going to do the story. So it's impossible not to see it. And especially now when you got social media, even if you don't follow, like the local media or newspapers or blogs or whatever now, you just see it. It comes up. It's impossible not to. So, It rubs you the wrong way. It frustrates you. And honestly, it shows a team's character and a coach being able to rally his guys. At some point, just saying, like, enough's enough. Let's go out there and kick some tail.
I really just trust in this. I really trust in this coaching staff to get this team going. They've talked about the negative plays that have set them back. The offensive coordinator and Adam Stinovich / offensive line coach, he talked about putting the offense in bad situations, whether it's a penalty or us just not winning on first down. I think they're going to take this to heart, and you're going to see a well-oiled machine come Sunday.
800-990-3776. I think we have to ban reading David, the diehard Lions fan from Kohler, until the Lions lose, because I think he's just riding a little too high right now. Packers won't win. Too intimidated by the strength of the division. What? What are we doing right now?
Come on now.
The Vikings stink, the Bears stink, and you've won a couple games for the first time since God knows how long. Don't get the chest out too big, David. Pete from Sheboygan chimes in, 800-990-ESPN. You can call us, text us. Packers win because Jones is back, and if they will put a focus on running the ball, Denver stinks against the run. And that's the thing, is a lot of what we've talked about has been the game plan from Matt LaFleur, the playmaking from Rashawn Gary, and the opportunity for the young guys to step up. But in order for that to happen, they have to establish something that they haven't all season long since the Bears game, and that's the run game.
And you'd think that would be something that the Green Bay Packers would traditionally do, right? Even with the great quarterbacks we've had, we've been at our best when we've had capable running backs, right? That can offset the passing game. So they go hand in hand, and that's why it's just so confusing when we say over and over, we need to establish the run. But it doesn't seem like it's being produced in the game plan. But only positive vibes today. It will be produced in the game plan on Sunday.
Yeah, if it's only positive vibes, I'll read this one, even though I don't believe it. Sadler and Madison. A.J. Dillon scores 3 touchdowns in a Packers win.
You know he lying. If
that
AJ,
would be a positive day.
That's
the balls at the half-inch yard line somehow 3 times.
No, that's 70 points for the Packers. If he has 3 touchdowns, the Packers definitely drop 70.
Do you think the Packers actually should look like a different offense? on Sunday? Do you think there's any truth to like hey, we're gonna like look like the Dolphins?
I mean, part of me is a little nervous of that precedent, to be honest, of like John Runyon talking to the media. We're going to have shades of what the Dolphins look like because you couldn't even figure out who you were against the Raiders, right? Like not looking good against the Raiders and then thinking we're going to look like the Dolphins. That's a scary proposition, in my opinion. I did not like that comment personally because I think they need to figure out themselves, but I trust that Matt LaFleur is trying to I think he maybe spilled his excitement about what they're trying to accomplish and shouldn't have said we're going to try to be looking like the Dolphins because no Tyreek Hill is coming through the building, as Kyle says.
Don't you like that confidence, though? You know, they look at the best offense in the NFL so far this year, and they say, that's who we're going to be. I like that. They might be blind and naive, but I like the fact that they're blind and naive.
That's because you're blind and naive.
Maybe opposites don't attract. Maybe the same attract, positives attract. I don't know. We're staying positive today. But I like that mentality because what that means is this team believes in the fact that they are only Aaron Jones away from getting their rhythm. They're only an Aaron Jones away from putting up points. They're only an Aaron Jones away from being a competitive team.
It's a scary proposition.
Yeah.
Again, putting it all on one player is tough. I know how important he is, but they have to utilize him well.
They are going to utilize him. That is what this is all about. It is all about we not playing games no more. You, Mr. Jones, when you get on that field, you are getting the ball. You are going to be the decoy. We are going to win, and we are going to lose with you being a major part of this offensive scheme. That's what you're going to see on Sunday.
I will say, having a guy like that on the field, it gives the team juice, right? I mean, he's a bona fide superstar, and he's the guy that's the elder statesman of that offense. So him on the field, it does make a difference, not only in the game plan, but just a dog out there who can just make plays. That gives the guys juice.
Go! 414, I'm not reading that one. I'm not reading your negative text, KBN Nation. Let's go to Jake in Milwaukee, 800-990-3776. Tell us why the Green Bay Packers will win.
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call. Long-time caller, first-time listener. The Packers going to win because the Broncos' defense is absolutely garbage. They're absolute garbage. They can't play well. I mean, the pass rush is terrible. I mean, they have Patrick Surtain, but even their secondary isn't that good. That's why they're going to beat them because they're freaking – and their offense isn't even that good, even with Sean McVay. So, yeah, it's just good defense against bad offense, good offense, or decent offense against a bad defense. That's why they're going to win it.
Thank you, Jake. And just to clarify, Sean Payton, I think he was going. McVay is still in Los Angeles with the Rams, just to clarify.
I loved the long-time caller, first-time listener. That was great, too.
I don't know if that was a Freudian slip or like just like getting the words mixed up when you say a phrase and you think you said it right, and even though you said it opposite. I'm guilty of that many times. So
I'm sure he meant the other way around. But how great would that be, though, right? I call the station all the time, and now I'm listening for you for the first time. I'll take it.
Yeah, it only took 6 weeks.
800-990-3776. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, presented by the official beer of the NFL, Bud Light. Brad Nortman, former Badger punter, has an interesting question he's going to pose to you and us next on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, presented by Bud Light.
No. So you don't know what kick the can is?
No, it's a cultural thing, but I'm not going to disrespect your culture. Me and Chris have our culture, and obviously you boys have your culture, too.
You and Chris being a part of the same culture is not. That's the upset of the century right now.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We are starting off with a few accidents right now. First of all, Fond du Lac Avenue northbound at I-43, the right lane's blocked. We've also got one at Capitol Drive eastbound at I-41 with the right lane blocked as well. Now onto the freeway, westbound 94, right about at Elm Grove Road. We've got cars on both sides of the road. And then on 94 southbound just south of College Avenue on the left shoulder. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, increasing cloud cover and then chance for showers mainly to the north and east, a low of 45. And then tomorrow, chance for morning showers and afternoon sprinkle. Partly sunny with a high of 58. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Football guy.
My biggest criticism of what they did from a roster building perspective is that they gave him no one of experience to throw to. No one.
Football guy.
Yeah, I just think that this team is better than what they put out there on Monday. I am not buying all this. I get they're young.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Also sponsored by Coors Light. Weekdays 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN. And available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
Announcing the former All-Star Buick GMC is now the all-new Cunis Buick GMC of Oak Creek. And the former John Paul's Buick GMC is now the all-new Cunis Buick GMC of Greenfield, Milwaukee's Buick GMC headquarters. Greg Cunis was recently named Time Magazine's Wisconsin Automotive Dealer of the Year. Plus, Cunis dealerships have been awarded Top 100 Best in the U.S. by the Automotive News the past 9 years. Our mission is to bring the Cunis Auto Group's unequaled customer satisfaction and service to our friends in the greater Milwaukee area. Cunis Milwaukee Buick GMC stores have the area's largest pre-owned car, truck, and SUV inventory with over 3,000 vehicles available on lot or online and always at a price and payment you can afford. And all new and pre-owned Cunis vehicles come with our exclusive no-fear lifetime warranty coverage at no extra charge. So buy like a champion at the all-new Cunis Buick GMC of Oak Creek, 7020 South 27th Street, or Cunis Buick GMC of Greenfield, 3615 South 108th Street. Milwaukee's Buick GMC headquarters.
WWE Friday Night SmackDown returns to Milwaukee's Fiserv Forum October 27th. You'll see the greatest of all time, John Cena. Get some! Undisputed Universal Champion Roman Reigns, United States Champion Rey Mysterio, LA Knight, Charlotte Flair, the almighty Bobby Lashley, the Brawling Brutes, Solo Sikoa, the Street Profits, and many more in action. Tickets start at $20 at Ticketmaster.
When you need electrical service, choose the company other companies call. Current Electric has been energizing and illuminating lives in the southeastern Wisconsin area since 1983. They have earned the trust of businesses like Bauer Sign and Lighting, Midas, and Take 5 Car Wash. With 40 years of 5-star service under their belt, they are sure they can earn your trust too. Whether you need residential or commercial work completed or are interested in solar or generators, call the superheroes at Current Electric. Visit callcurrent.com.
Get your game on at the Island Resort and Casino with first-round picks of your favorite slots and table games. Bring friends and watch your favorite team compete on big screens. Grab game day eats in T. McSee's Sports Bar or celebrate your team's victory in Horizon's Steakhouse. To book your game time at the Island Resort and Casino, call 800-682-6040 today. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Your sweet, sweet loving, loving, loving me. Keep me coming, coming, hey. Your sweet, sweet loving, loving, loving me. As long as you love me. Your sweet, sweet.
Good vibes only today from all of you listening and all of us here on the show, getting you ready for the Packers-Broncos. You can tell us why you think they are going to win on Sunday. No negativity. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, across ESPN Wisconsin. Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Chris Larson, myself, Ben Brust, here with you. Streaming on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. If you want to see the ugliest sunglasses in the entire world, it's my car I left unlocked. And somebody got into it. They stole my pretzels, they stole my nicotine, they stole my charger. They didn't steal my $200 sunglasses that I've been told I need to smash because they make me look like Jesse Nelson.
Where were the sunglasses located in the car?
In the glove box, like the center console glove box, with the pretzels and the nicotine. So he was in there.
He did open it up,
yeah.
And it was a conscious decision that
these are ugly, and I'm not going to take these. The robber left the ugly sunglasses that I'm wearing on stream right now.
But he actually helped you. You know how he helped you?
So I'm never going to wear them again.
No, because you don't have the nicotine. Yeah, so he did you a favor.
I still had that I still had a couple in my backpack.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying.
He stole my car stash.
One less thing. Shout out to the robber. I'm glad he robbed you.
Well, you looking out for my health?
Yeah, he was too, or she, whatever it was.
Whatever it was, whatever it robbed me.
It's a creature.
Yeah, it's something.
But Brad, you have posed an interesting question as Badgerland is also in a bounce back situation against the Fighting Illini of Illinois. And real quick, I've not talked a lot about the rant in which I went on last year after the Badgers were about to play Illinois, and in which I yelled, "They are 7-point favorites against Illinois, and then they proceeded to get pounced by Illinois, and we all know what had happened after that. It's not because of me. It was a decision Chris McIntosh made. Paul Chryst is no longer the head coach. Somehow Illinois fans took that, when I called them a crap-ass school, they took that and have ran with it. So part of me really just wants to win because, even in our worst, I would just love to beat the worst.
Yeah, I actually remember that rant because I was semi-new into our networks of radio here, and I was doing the Wisconsin College Game Day, and someone showed that to me, and I had like a Tory Lowe moment before I even knew Tory Lowe. I was like, oh wow, that was something. But yeah, we were talking.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
And I could give some more context if needed about I think it kind of speaks for itself. I was angry about the way the Badgers had played the first 3 games of the season. I felt like they were owned in the line of scrimmage against their first game was at Penn State, I want to say. Yes. And then it was Washington State at home. They played an Illinois State team that they beat, but still didn't look good. And then Illinois came in here and beat us. And I was very frustrated with how things were going. And as a former player, were you upset by anything I said?
Only because I like Paul Chryst personally.
That's fair. Because I like Paul Chryst personally too, but the Badger passion in me got into it.
It was fair criticism. I hated hearing it because I do love Paul and I still know guys I used to know guys on that staff, not anymore. But it was fair to say, and it felt like it was some time in the works, right? It wasn't like it just happened those years. It felt like over 2020,
literally after Mertz played his best game as a Badger against Illinois, and then the team got COVID, everything went downhill from there.
It had been a steady decline of identity and ability to own the line of scrimmage and do the things that make Wisconsin football. And that leads me into this question, right? Where I'm thinking about the last 11 years or so, right? The Badgers are playing Illinois this weekend, led by Brett Bielema. He was my coach, and cards on the table, I love Brett Bielema. He gave me my opportunity. I loved playing for him. He's a great coach. I was really sad to see him leave when he took the Arkansas job, but it just made me think, guys, if you're going to count Jim Leonhard as a head coach, which I think you would, because it was kind of like a trial period, and you gave him a shot for most of the year, Fickell is going to be your 4th head coach in 11 years since Brett Bielema left. That's a lot.
When you say that out loud, that's interesting.
Yeah, Gary Anderson, Paul Chryst, Jim Leonhard, and now Luke Fickell. So that's a lot in a short period of time. It really prevents you from hitting a good rhythm. You have really weird recruiting resets. And don't get me wrong, Paul Chryst, he came in here and he was sort of a Wisconsin savior because we were really losing our way. And he had a great 4 to 5 year stretch. Yeah, that's right, Gary. Those are forgettable years now. But it made me think, do you think the Wisconsin program would be in a different spot if Coach Bielema had never left? Like if he would have not taken the job in 2012, stayed on, he would have been around almost as long as Alvarez was the head coach at this point. So I know this is theoretical, but it makes me wonder if you kept that consistency with Bielema, who is a Big Ten head coach guy. That is just who he is. That's what he's meant to do. Do you think they'd be in a different spot than they are now?
And real quick, I'm going to let Kyle answer, but one thing I will say is I know people are upset that Brett left, but I will not hold a grudge for someone who did great things at the university while he was there. My freshman, sophomore,
too?
That's for another day. Or you can listen back on the podcast at Wisconsin On Demand.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good. It just made me think, my freshman, sophomore, and junior year, they won the Big Ten championship. You guys went to the Rose Bowl 3 straight years. Now, it was disappointing to lose those, but that is before college football playoff, that was the goal. And now the college football playoff comes around, and that has changed where expectations have shifted of where programs and universities want to be.
Listen, if Brett Bielema never left Wisconsin, it would be Ohio State, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Penn State as the top 4 teams in this conference in clear cut. What he had going here at Wisconsin was magnificent. This team had an identity. They won in the trenches. There's nothing better, Brad. You got to see it from a front row seat. There was nothing better than seeing offensive linemen running 30 yards downfield right with their running back. This team had 3-headed monsters. This team was flowing. This program was going. What Brett Bielema continued on from Barry Alvarez was special, and this program will be leaps and bounds ahead of what it is now if we didn't have to deal with all that turnover. So I was upset when Brett left, But I didn't hold it against him because of the fact he went to a place in the SEC and they paid him. People have different dreams and aspirations to do certain things. Great. He made that choice. It might have been the worst choice and decision he made for his coaching career, but overall, if he was still here at Wisconsin, this program would not have been going through the last 4 seasons that we had to suffer through. Look what he did at Illinois. What did Illinois do to us last year? They outmanned us, out-toughness us. They won the battle in the trenches, and within a couple seasons, he already has guys at Illinois getting drafted. 3 of the 4 of his defensive backs from last year on that team got drafted in the first 66 picks. Illinois did that. I believe they had a defensive back go in the top 10 last year.
Seattle Seahawks, Witherspoon, he's really good.
Illinois did that, and that's under the tutelage of Brett Bielema. So what we had in Brett Bielema was something special, and this program would be a top 10 perennial program as it was top 15 when he was here. We would be that right now if Brett had stayed. So y'all can hate the man all you want because he left, but that's what happens in life. But this program will be a lot better today if we had Brett than without him.
See, I love Brett, but I'm okay. I know on Monday there was a lot of frustration, right, after the Iowa game that the Badgers lost on Saturday. It was ugly. That's back-to-back years in which you played an offense that doesn't even know how to go forwards. They go backwards, and they still find a way to beat you. They can't throw the ball. They win on special teams with punters. We talked about a punter from Iowa this week. No, I mean, Brad.
For real. No,
Brad, we were talking about a punter.
Yeah.
A college punter changed the game, and they're talking about it because he was that damn good. That's a problem. But you brought a guy in who you paid a lot of money, who's been to the college football playoff, who you can be frustrated, but also trust where the program wants to go, as long as you believe in the man that you are paying the money to do it. And I still do. I believe that Luke Fickell is going to get this program in a better spot than it has been since Paul Chryst got fired. And I know, there was some emotional connection and love for Jim Leonhard. Everyone loves Jim Leonhard. But at the end of the day, this guy has proven, Luke Fickell has proven to get to the college football playoff. And guess what? That thing's going to expand. And when it expands, there's going to be more opportunity. When the Big Ten expands, there's going to be more opportunity. So I want a guy that has set his sights on something bigger. Because believe it or not, Brett, in the time that we had him, I'm scared that Wisconsin way of win the Big Ten West, get a chance in the Big Ten championship game, maybe it all works out, we'll go to the Rose Bowl. I'm scared that if he stays, that expectation stays, because that's what the mindset was over 30 years. Luke Fickell came in and said something different, and it shocked me. And I was like, I don't know how this feels. It's a little bit different. That's good. If you're going to be better than what you were, it's got to be different. Now there's an opportunity for it to go south, which is scary, but I trust that Luke Fickell's the guy. And so I think we're in a better place now, even though it doesn't feel like it in the moment.
Interesting. For me, I'm a little closer to Kyle than I am to Ben. I do believe Fickell is the right guy for the program right now. I feel like Paul Chryst was the right guy for the program when he took over. But guys, if we would have just continued the run with Brett Bielema, he had the perfect combination of toughness, former player. Mm-hmm. He was the guy, and there were certain things he was doing to maintain that physicality. We had a pipeline of studs, both on the teams I played on, and then shortly after, the residue of his recruiting class stayed around for a little bit, which is why actually the Anderson teams didn't do that bad. He tried to change everything and it just didn't work. But there was, you forget that it had Melvin Gordon shortly after that and a bunch of guys that would continue to make this team relevant. Corey Clement, that's right. And, I think he was perfect for this program because I think about even the Russell Wilson years. We think about this is all running. Well, Russell Wilson, we talked about some of his Wisconsin numbers yesterday.
33 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. That's the only nice thing you're going to hear out of my mouth about him.
That's unbelievable. Scott Tolzien won the most, the highest passer percentage of the whole country. I think it's Unitas Award my junior year, the first Rose Bowl we went to. So there was a passing element to it. Another thing Coach Bielema did. Guys like playing for
Great special teams.
Great special teams. We talked about the punter.
Yeah.
We talked about the punters
we had
he had, right?
It's a weapon there.
Yeah. He loved to call fakes with the punter. That was one thing. Another thing is he had really great coaches. He could identify and implement really great coaches because he had the...
Time out. I've always wanted to do this, right? So we have a specialist on our show. He played in the NFL for 6 years. I want to be inside a NFL practice, right? When are you implementing a potential like 4th down punt, like direct snap, or a fake and run, or a pass? Like, do you practice that a lot, or is it a week by week thing?
I love going down this route. So depends on your coaching staff, right? So oftentimes it is not something that we're just going to put in a fake every week. A lot of times you have schemed and saw something that, hey, we can take advantage of this.
Oh, so you look at the opponent, you're like, look at their formation. We think if they show this, there might be a direct snap opportunity. Or Brad, they run back in coverage really quick. If you look to punt it and you see a hole, take it.
Yeah, because I had one coach in Carolina that we always had a fake in every week, but it was like, come on, we're not running this. But the ones where it was like, okay, your very first special teams meeting, it's the first thing you talk about where it's like, okay, really quickly, we're going to put in a fake and this is what it looks like and here's why. And you go through 10 minutes of why. It's like, holy crap, we might run this. For instance, with the Iowa fake, Coach Partridge, who is our special teams coach, we saw that.
For those who don't know, my sophomore year, your senior year against Iowa?
My junior year.
Junior year against Iowa?
Yep.
So we were Badgers were down.
We were down 6 with 4 minutes to go, and we had our ball at our own 24 on a 4th and 6. Dangerous, powerful.
It was powerful, but it was dangerous.
And we went for on 4th and 6, and everyone was thinking we're going to punt it, try to stop them, get 3 timeouts, get the ball back, but we called a fake. And what happened was on film, we would see the Iowa punt return team was just incredibly return focused, right? And in college, you can send everybody right away. In the NFL, you can only have 2 guys cross the line of scrimmage before the ball is punted. In college, anybody can go right now. So they would see the Iowa guys turn their back before the punter even drops the ball. So you got guys running. You got basically a whole squad of 20 dudes, and all their backs are turned to the punter before the punter even drops the football. So he said, hey, what you should do is catch, start the mold, and then just take off running, and you're just going to see the back.
Scary!
You're just going to see the backs of jerseys.
How nervous were you?
So nervous. So we had that call on since the beginning of the third quarter.
Thank God you were a tight end in high school.
Yeah, well, a little bit of athleticism, but you see the slide at the end of it? It is an ugly, bad, unathletic slide.
YouTube, here I come.
So we had that call on since beginning of the third quarter, and I didn't punt until then. So for a quarter and a half, I was stewing on the fact,
oh my gosh,
that I'm about to run a fake punt. And Bielema was like, we are running this. We are running this fake. So I was stewing on that.
So I always wonder about that. Like the head coach, like does he make that call?
He has final call. And even in the pros, like the special teams coach would go, "Hey, I want to run it," and he says yes.
But is that all through the headset? Is it verbal communication? Take me through that part.
So Bielema and the special teams coach Partridge, they would like talk it throughout the game. I'd already punted like 3 or 4 times, and they saw it.
Okay,
every
we
time,
see it what we saw on film.
So it's like next time we're running it. And Bielema made the call, communicated to our special teams coach, communicated to me. So I'm like just sitting there like, I'm about to tote the rock, baby.
I'm either a hero or a zero.
Yeah.
See, that's
it just happened to come at a really, really, really opportune moment. It became the game-winning drive for the game. But to Coach Bielema's credit, he still had the gall to stick with
gumption.
He could have said, you know what, we're gonna go conservative, but he didn't. He said, we going with this.
And that's what we need. We haven't seen that this week. In last week's game against Iowa, that would have been the time to do it. Your defense was playing fine. Your offense could get nothing going. Try something different, and that's what I loved about Brett Bielema outside of the box.
Yeah, and so he even called it chains because he was so confident it was going to move the chains.
Woo!
That's
chains, baby.
Right there.
Swag. That's swag, man. All right, well, we need caller. Let's just go with caller 2 for our cover 5 picks against the spread. Right now, as it stands, Kyle Wall should be betting. You should be taking your picks to the bank. You're 17-8 against the spread. We're picking 5 games each week. You're 17-8.
Somehow in cover 5, I'm doing terrible, and whenever I bet money on it, I suck. So
800-990-3776. We need our KBN Nation guest picker. We're going to go with the Lions game, the Vikings game, the Bears game, the Packers game, and the Badgers game, all against the spread. 800-990-ESPN. Caller 2, you're going to be the KBN Nation guest pickers. We get some picks in coming up next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
I was about to go get on the highway, and I had the bubble guts, Kyle. Ooh. So it was either get on the highway and gut it out, and this is the first time in my life I've ever had to do this. I did not get on the highway.
No, you didn't.
I went straight, and then I went left into a industrial area, and I squatted like a dog.
No, you didn't.
And I pooped.
Wait, time out, Ben. There were so many other options.
There were not. There were not. It was life or death.
Presented by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We are starting off with a few accidents right now. First of all, Fond du Lac Avenue northbound at I-43, the right lane's blocked. We've also got one at Capitol Drive eastbound at I-41 with the right lane blocked as well. Now onto the freeway, westbound 94, right about at Elm Grove Road. We've got cars on both sides of the road. And then on one on 94 southbound just south of College Avenue on the left shoulder. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast, tonight increasing cloud cover and then chance for showers mainly to the north and east, to low of 45. And then tomorrow, chance for morning showers and afternoon sprinkle. Partly sunny with a high of 58. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
This is Monica from Kessler's Diamonds. Did you know that Sweetest Day is fast approaching?
And it's celebrated on Saturday, October 21st.
I'm telling you this because I think some of you may have forgotten what Sweetest Day is all about and might need a little reminder.
The first Sweetest Day was celebrated in October during the early 1920s by a group of confectioners who distributed over 20,000 boxes of chocolates to orphans, the elderly, and the poor.
Sweetest Day is celebrated primarily right here in Wisconsin and Michigan.
Sweetest Day is a day for showing affection with gifts, candy, or acts of kindness to those you care about and those who could use a little support.
I'm sure there's someone in everyone's life that could use little affection, kindness, or support.
Stop into Kessler's and pick up some chocolates as our gift of kindness to you.
And while you're here, shop for a gift for someone special in your life and spread the kindness.
Kessler's has plenty of gifts starting at just $75 to help you celebrate Sweetest Day.
Happy Sweetest Day from everyone at Kessler's.
Shop online or find the Kessler's nearest you at KesslersDiamonds.com.
They say seeing is believing, and when you see what's inside at American Place Casino, you better believe you're gonna love it. Because when it comes to amazing gaming, we're a real game changer. With the most exciting of table games like blackjack, craps, and roulette, the newest slots, a sportsbook, restaurants, bars, and more. So if you're ready for excitement, we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game.
Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537.
I can't wait for what's next. Even with higher stroke risk due to atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Eliquis, the Pixaban tablets, reduces stroke risk. It's the #1 cardiologist-prescribed blood thinner.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or have antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising, or if you have tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take medicines such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain Cold Refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
One more time.
Positive vibes only here as we get ready for Green Bay, Denver on Sunday. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin on this beautiful Friday. Actually, I have no idea if it's beautiful out. I haven't seen the outside, but I think it is.
It was supposed to be nice today.
Yeah, it's nice today.
Yeah, Brad's got a nice drive in.
Beautiful October day. What do you know?
Good to know. Some of us don't get to be outside at noon.
True.
So it's time now for a little Cover 5 KBN picking. We have 5 games against the spread. Let's welcome in Marcus in Waukesha. You are the KBN Nation guest picker for the day. How's your Friday going?
Just PT off on Fridays, picking up the kids from school.
Wonderful.
Well, Marcus was actually our guest picker back in week 5.
How'd he do?
He was 3-2 that week.
All right. Okay. Well, right now, as it stands, I'm 13-12. Brad Nortman 12-13 after a 1-4 performance. Kyle Wallace should be betting these. He's 17-8. Go to Pottle Sportsbook, man. Put these on him. And the KBN Nation guest pickers are 12-13. So here's where we're going to start. We're going to start with Brad, then we'll go Kyle, then we'll go Marcus, then we'll go myself. Let's go with the Raiders-Bears. We'll keep it in the NFC North. The Raiders are -2.5 against the Chicago Bears.
This is going to be an ugly game. I mean, both Jimmy G and Justin Fields are out. So, Bears got to get him Tyson Bagnet starting. I don't know.
I don't even know how to say. I don't even think that's how you say his name. That's how bad he is.
It isn't. So, but I'm going to go with the Raiders. I think they just have more good players all around. They still got Max Crosby's of the world and Devontae. So, give me the Raiders.
Where's this game at?
Chicago.
It's at Chicago.
And is Raiders 2.5 plus 2.5 or minus?
-2.5. They're favored by 2.5.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go with the Raiders as well. I don't know who this quarterback is from the Bears. How am I supposed to pick a guy? I don't know where he came from. Have no idea about him. Like, I believe in Brian Hoyer. I heard of him before. So that's what we rolling with the Raiders.
It's Aiden O'Connell actually.
Wait,
I'll still take Aiden O'Connell.
No, it might be Hoyer.
I think I saw Hoyer.
Regardless, this game sucks. It shows how bad the Bears are, too.
I hope it's not our noon game.
Marcus, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Raiders. Their defense is better.
I'm just going to fade everyone and go with Bears +2.5. Let's move on to the other NFC North team. This is a good game. Noon game, the Detroit Lions 5-1 against the 4-2 Ravens. The Ravens are -3 at home. Who you got, Brad?
I like the Lions as the underdog. I think they can more bring their show on the road than they did in years past. Ravens are finding ways to give games up. I just believe the Lions are rolling. They're going to keep rolling. Give me the Lions as the underdog.
Yeah, the Lions are rolling, but you know what? They're still the Detroit Lions, and this is still the NFL. Last week we saw San Francisco go on the road and lose to a good defense in Cleveland. Last week we saw the Eagles go on the road and lose to the Jets for the first time
A good
ever.
defense in the Jets.
Yeah, exactly, and so the Baltimore Ravens have a good defense. This doesn't take anything away from the Lions, but I do think that Baltimore finds a way to win this game.
Marcus.
I'm going to take in the Ravens. I don't want any NFC North team to win besides the Packers.
There it is. I like that. I got the Ravens as well. I like the Baltimore defense. Second fewest yards given up per game. Lions are third best in yards getting most yards per game. I just think the defense at home, it's hard to travel that offense. They do have a good run game, but they have some injuries at that position, which I think will pay dividends for the Ravens. Last divisional game, it's Monday night. It's the Vikings +7 at home against San Francisco with likely, I don't think Christian McCaffrey's going to play, but we still don't know.
That's what makes this hard, because Debo is also beaten up a little bit. I just think that the 49ers come back with a vengeance. And even if they get one of those two guys back, McCaffrey or Debo, I think they're going to come back angry, going to come back playing hard in dominant fashion like they usually do. And the Vikings are just reeling. Without Justin Jefferson, this is a team that does not know its way. Give me the 49ers big.
49ers versus the Vikings. I'm just going to take the 40. I don't care what the spread is. It could be a spread of 20. I'm still taking the 49ers.
Marcus.
Yeah, the Vikings are nothing without Jefferson. I'll take the Niners.
Yeah, I think we're going to clean sweep, which makes me nervous. The defense is too damn good. Like, Kirk Cousins is going to give one up. Like, they've been plug and play forever. Even if Christian McCaffrey isn't there, their offensive line's so damn good, they'll get run game going. This is a bounce back spot, too, after a frustrating road loss. I'll take the Niners. All right, we got the two local games to go. You want Badgers or Packers first, Brad?
Give me the Badgers.
All right, the Badgers. You have the Wisconsin Badgers against ILLINI. After last year's debacle, where are you going with? You got the Badgers -3. Only -3 on the road against Illinois.
Yeah, but I mean, Braden Locke, first start as a redshirt freshman quarterback. This will not be an easy one. but I'm still going to go with the Badgers by about a touchdown or so. I think they're going to cover the spread. They're going to get the win. They're going to, reground themselves. The defense is playing well, and honestly, Illinois is pretty bad this year. So give me Wisconsin with the points even.
I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment. Iowa's football team, they're a good football team. They're not a great football team, but they're a good football team. They have a great defense, and they did something well that the Badgers can't do, and they stopped the Badgers' offense, and once the Badgers couldn't get anything going, it became a special teams game. And so looking at
Everyone
this week,
loves that.
Loves it.
I'm not going to allow last week's performance from a good football team in Iowa to make me not think that the Badgers are still one of the better teams in the West. Illinois still sucks. They're not great. This game won't be a blowout, but it will be the Badgers winning, I think, easily. So I'm going to go with the Badgers with the easy spread there.
Marcus.
You guys are going to hate me. I'm a Michigan fan, so I'll take Illinois.
All right, there it is.
Because?
It's a KBN Nation picker. He can do whatever he wants. He was a 3-2 picker in Week 5. I have the Badgers here. I can't not pick the Badgers because I ripped Illinois pretty hard last year for being a crap-ass school. So it's positive vibes only anyways for our local teams.
Do you think that the Illinois football team has your picture up in the locker room?
Public enemy number one.
Just as a reminder.
Is Bielema a bulletin board material
Heck
guy?
Yeah, he is.
Crap-ass school?
Yes.
Oh, y'all, they call us a crap-ass school.
Brett. I interviewed Brett for Barry Alvarez's retirement.
Well, they know who you are.
Damn! I screwed that one up.
Yeah.
Lastly, the Green Bay Packers only 1-point favorites on the road against the Broncos. Bradley.
Man, I like the Packers. Give me the bye, give me healthy. I think the game plan changes. I think LaFleur actually puts them in a good position to win. I think the Packers win by about 7, not just 7.
Don't care.
Very bold of you.
Don't care how much they win by. All I care about is a win. This is a toss-up. And when it's a toss-up and a pick 'em, I'm going with my boys because I am a Packer backer. We already talked about why we think the Packers are going to win because this is a good vibes only. This is a positive only day for the Green Bay Packers. So everybody should be picking the Green Bay Packers to win in Denver.
Put your money on it. Marcus, where you at?
I'll take the Packers, even though I don't trust Joe Barry.
That's fair. That's fair. The vibes were good enough for him to take the Packers. We talked him into it, even though he is not confident. I am confident. I think I may put money on this. I think this is a spot for Matt LaFleur to show why he won 13 games for 3 straight years. The Broncos have given up 200 points. I feel like I've said that a million times over this week, but I have to reiterate it because they've given up 200 points, even giving up 70 to the Dolphins and then 18 to the Chiefs. With that averaging out, they're giving up 30-plus points a game. After a bye, they have to look competent on offense. They have an opportunity to do so. Aaron Jones back. Rashawn Gary make an impact. Give me the Packers. And there it is. Marcus and Waukesha, go enjoy the rest of your Friday. Thanks for being the KBN Nation picker. I think we lost him at the perfect time, which is great. Got to give a shout out to Screamin' Sicilian Pizza. It's so screaming good, man. I love working with Palermo's because they created jobs in the state of Wisconsin for a lot of different reasons. They created jobs for development of products and pizza making, and then they have their headquarters are right by American Family Field. I can drive by it all the time and say, hi, I love eating your pizza. I love talking about your pizza because they have so many options, whether it's the neighborhood pizza, Connie's, urban pie, breakfast pizza, dessert pizza. They have it all for you. But I love the Screamin' Sicilians because when you think about the OG Screamins, you have a secret tomato recipe sauce. You have whole milk mozzarella sourced here in Wisconsin, a stone buttered fiery crust, and tons of toppings. That's why I love Screamin', because you're not going to get gypped on the toppings. It is amazing to eat the product every single time. Thin and crispy. 2.5 feet of stuffed crust cheese in the stuffed crust pizza. The tavern style, but the OG Screamins. The Bessie's Revenge is cheese. The holy pepperoni, you know what that means. The Boss Hogs, the sausage. The mother of meat, Supremus Maximus. Chris, get ready, the Mambo Italiano. Mambo. Yes, Chris, find your Screamin' pleasure in your local grocer's freezer. More Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light.
Did you play cans as a kid?
Cans?
Stop playing. Y'all know what cans is? Y'all know what cans is?
Can you say what cans is,
so y'all never took a basketball. You never had, have a soda or something like that. You crush the can, and then you put it on the ground, and then you walk about 10 feet the other direction, crush that can, put it in the ground, and you take a ball, and you try to hit the can with the ball. Are y'all
that sounds like a horrible game.
I don't worry about it after 5 minutes.
Don't be culturally insensitive.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
It's spooky season at the Corners.
No tricks, just treats. This Sunday at the Corners of Brookfield. Come and cheer on the green and gold as they take on Denver for a 3:35 kickoff and enjoy the live carving of multiple 400-pound pumpkins. Yes, 400-pound pumpkins. Plus, decorate your own complimentary pumpkins from Schuett Farms. Come to the Corners this Sunday for football, pumpkin carving, plus games and giveaways from ESPN Milwaukee's Street Team.
Looking for a totally rad flavor adventure, brochachos? Look no further than Surfer Boy Pizza as seen in Stranger Things. Each mouth-watering variety contains rich tomato sauce, delicious mozzarella cheese, and a gnarly range of toppings. The crust is crispy on the outside and airy on the inside. You'll think it was hand-tossed by the Surfer Boy Pizza dudes themselves. Look for it in the freezer aisle at your local store and buckle up your taste buds with Surfer Boy Pizza.
Congratulations are in order for Cedar Ridge Distillery's original 86 bourbon, the best-selling bourbon in Iowa for a third straight year, making a home in Wisconsin. Ben Brust here to tell you more about Cedar Ridge Distillery's bourbon and whiskey. Aged in non-climate control rickhouses, the Midwest weather means Cedar Ridge products go through all the temperature swings. That means unique flavors. So it makes sense that the Quintessential is one of the highest awarded American single malts. Trust me, each bottle of Cedar Ridge is handcrafted with that Midwest feel. Learn more about their award-winning products at cedarridgedistillery.com.
Gabe Neitzel from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy here. And yes, the weather is starting to turn. We can all see it. But don't let the chilly weather end your golf season. X-Golf at American Family Field is open all year round. They've got innovative and accurate golf simulators, and it's all overlooking left field at AmFam Field. Stop out for your lunch break and enjoy their lunch specials, or have an outing with your friends and take in X-Golf's full bar and food menus. X-Golf AmFam Field even offers golf lessons by a PGA Pro. Everyone is welcome at X-Golf at American Family Field. Book your sim today at xgolfamfamfield.com. I'll see you out there.
Get your game on at the Island Resort and Casino with first-round picks of your favorite slots and table games. Bring friends and watch your favorite team compete on big screens. Grab game day eats in T. McSee's Sports Bar. Or celebrate your team's victory in Horizon's Steakhouse. To book your game time at the Island Resort and Casino, call 800-682-6040 today.
Q Club of Wisconsin is a hangout spot for watching sports, playing games, and having some drinks. Mike, what do you have going on over there?
That's right, Gary. We've got so much going on here. And of course, you know we're your home for green and gold games every week. Plus, book our VIP area for any of your parties, which includes a private pool table, 2 shuffleboard tables, and 4 dartboards. And of course, our fish fry piled high on Wednesdays and Fridays.
All happening at the Q Club of Wisconsin, North Grandview Boulevard in Waukesha. Check out qclubofwisconsin.com.
Life's better with an auto policy from American Family Insurance. No matter what dreams you're driving towards. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto coverage at the right price. You'll also save up to 23% when you bundle auto with home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote, find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
When you need electrical service, choose the company other companies call. Current Electric has been energizing and illuminating lives in the southeastern Wisconsin area since 1983. They have earned the trust of businesses like Bauer Sign and Lighting, Midas, and Take 5 Car Wash. With 40 years of 5-star service under their belt, they are sure they can earn your trust too. Whether you need residential or commercial work completed or are interested in solar or generators, call the superheroes at Current Electric. Visit callcurrent.com.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
All right, you got to get to YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee because I have to do something before we lose Madison to Rutledge and Hamilton. We'll be with you till 5 on 94.5 ESPN. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. My car I left unlocked, and somebody robbed my car. They took my nicotine, they took my pretzels, and they took my charger, but they left my $200 sunglasses that I got for free. And then Kyle told me they looked horrible. Brad told me they looked horrible. A lot of people told me on stream that they looked horrible. And this is the moment when TC chimed in and said, "You look like Jesse Nelson," when I was wearing those. The hall monitor, Jesse Nelson, the man I despise the most that I work with here at ESPN Wisconsin. Then Kevin and Sheboygan, the official Jesse Nelson hater, chimed in. Remember, Ben, value is subjective. They may have cost $200 to buy, and you got them for free, but that doesn't mean the guy who robbed you saw value in them. If you look like Jesse Nelson, you need to smash them and remove the bad juju. So that's exactly what I'm going to do right now.
Horrible. Go ahead.
On YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, the camera's there. Are you putting the micro? Cue up that microphone, Chris, that Kyle just turned on, because I'm about to smash the crap out of these things.
On the stream, you can see the sunglasses.
Jesse Nelson!
Just sitting there. I think they're about to be victims. They don't even know what's about to happen. Trying to get all that shrapnel out of the way.
Yeah!
Oh, that was still pathetic.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. I took the second one.
Oh, man.
Wow. Mutilated.
You beat the hell out of them.
Utterly.
Suck it, Jesse.
The D-Generation X suck it, you mean?
Yes.
Those sunglasses are utterly mutilated.
Let's take a look. Yeah.
Now put those back on. As long as there's no like hanging glass.
You could have did some more damage.
These look better than they did before.
Actually, they do.
They're pretty cool.
No, they definitely fit that face a lot better. Wow. Well, congratulations. Does that make you feel better?
Yeah.
I feel like I need new sunglasses.
Yeah. You could have did the nice thing, and you could have just maybe put a note. You leave your car unlocked. Put a note on there. These are worth $200. Please steal them.
Somebody take them.
Yeah, and then you would actually
it's more
supported somebody in need.
For all the sunlight victims out there.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? Eyes need protected.
No, I feel like a new person. Especially after you guys when you guys make fun of me, the fans make fun of me. I'm okay with it, but it crosses the line when someone compares me to Jesse Nelson. And so I had to put an end to that. Kevin and Sheboygan, thank you for helping me remove the bad juju of those sunglasses.
You could have gave them to Jesse as a gift.
No.
Would Jesse have accepted them?
No.
He wouldn't have.
No, I don't want to gift him anything. I don't want anything to do with him.
When did this beef start?
It's been forever.
Didn't he help get you? Give you your start?
No, he had nothing to do with it. Actually, TC, who actually chimed in, is the one who actually invited me on to do a show here for the first time. Not that dork. So for those who don't know, Jesse Nelson considers himself a bowler, and we had a bowl off because he calls the high school bowling competition, whatever, and he put the line at like minus 27 pins, but told Greg Scalzo, my former co-host, he told him on the side, I could probably spot him 37.
Wow.
My ass beat him straight up.
Whoa.
Straight up. Even in his own sport, bowling. That's on YouTube as well. I got to bring that back.
How hurt was he after that happened?
Oh, man. He's supposed to wash my car in a Borat bailing suit, actually.
No.
And that has not been repaid?
No.
Oh, boy.
Man, you deal with a lot of people who don't repay you. Homer owes you money.
Yeah,
and,
you got to apply some
forgot
pressure.
about that. I'm $100 down from Homer. He's joining us at 4:15, so stay tuned for that.
I think Craig Karmazin owns you, too.
Wait, couple of floor seats?
Owns you, yeah. Owns you.
You still got paid.
I've won the last Sunday Karma Challenge.
What, 2 years ago, wasn't it?
No, I've won the last two.
Oh, you won last year, too?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
I rocked the Cover 5 world.
I guess I don't pay attention to the winner.
You actually got it. Kyle is the producer of Sunday Karma on Sundays from 10 to noon.
Yeah,
you got to update what's going on with our competition.
Go check Cover 5. Look for names. Listen, I do too dang much around here. I'm not doing that.
They don't pay you enough. Rutledge and Hamilton up next in Madison. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Green Bay props and preview, pole position, Homer, and why you think the Packers are going to win Sunday. See you in 2.
Well, we do have an accident 94 eastbound at Maple Avenue off on the right shoulder, so watch out for a little bit of a delay through there. And then you'll be riding the brakes from the zoo interchange through to about Hawley Road on eastbound 94. We do still have an accident on 94 southbound south of College Avenue off on the left shoulder, backing things up into the Mitchell. Southbound 43 is slow from just south of Good Hope Road all the way down to about North Avenue. 29 minutes Brown Deer Road into downtown. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, increasing clouds later on, chance for showers late, low of 44. Then tomorrow, mostly cloudy and breezy, chance for showers, a high of 57. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Looking for for a totally rad flavor adventure, brochachos? Look no further than Surfer Boy Pizza as seen in Stranger Things. Each mouth-watering variety contains rich tomato sauce, delicious mozzarella cheese, and a gnarly range of toppings. The crust is crispy on the outside and airy on the inside. You'll think it was hand-tossed by the Surfer Boy Pizza dudes themselves. Look for it in the freezer aisle at your local store and buckle up your taste buds with Surfer Boy Pizza.
Hey, it's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust. Men can be their own worst critics, especially as we get older and compare our current self to the younger version. The experts at Forward Healthy Lifestyles in Germantown help men with testosterone optimization, regenerative medicines, heart health screenings, weight loss, and yes, sexual enhancement services. Forward Healthy Lifestyles can offer regained energy and endurance, more muscle and tone, enhanced performance, joint therapies, and more. Change your life and stop comparing who you are now to who you used to be. Visit forwardhealthylifestyles.com for a free consultation.
Hey, this is Gabe Neitzel. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN. Presented by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We them boys. We them boys. We making noise.
It's the 414 hour at Bo.
Leading you into Packers Broncos this Sunday. Here's the rules. You got 1 hour. Positive vibes only. They've lost 2 straight. Tell us why they are going to win or how they are going to win. No negativity. How are the Green Bay Packers going to get it done on Sunday? 800-990-3776. That's what we're rolling with. No negativity. Keep the good vibes rolling as, you know, look, this is a big one. It's not a must win. It's a big one. It's a big one. We're going to learn a lot about this team off a bye. We're going to learn if these youngsters can bounce back after a poor performance. Not just Jordan Love, but Luke Musgrave, Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, only 1 target, getting Aaron Jones back. There's a lot of things working in the Packers' favor coming off this bye against a really bad Broncos team. Brad Nortman, you tell me how the Packers are going to win on Sunday, and you, KBN Nation, as well, 800-990-3776.
Well, and this isn't to bring in anything other than positive vibes, but doesn't it feel like it's been a while since the Packers have won a game? I mean, they've only lost 2
Rasul
games.
Douglas said it.
Been like
they haven't won since like a month ago.
Literally, I brought in those cookies last time they won. That feels like a long time ago. But that ends on Sunday. And here's why. A couple guys that I think just bring another level of just energy, excitement, and playmaking ability. One on the offense, one on the defense. One on the offense, that's your boy Aaron Jones coming back finally, at least healthy enough to play, adds a different dynamic and wrinkle to the offense. Look, everybody gets more juice when he plays. Jordan Love feels more comfortable. You can establish the running game. As much criticism as we gave Matt LaFleur for a pretty bad game plan against the Raiders, having Aaron Jones opens up the game plan like crazy. You can do a lot of unique things with a guy like that. I do believe he's a top 10 complete back in this league, and having him means a lot. So I think Aaron Jones is going to show up. He's going to do his thing. He's going to get a couple touchdowns, and he's going to enjoy a Packer victory on the offensive side. On the defensive side, I'm looking at Rashawn Gary. I mean, he's just an animal. He terrorizes quarterbacks, and I think that another long rest for him. When you tear your ACL and you come back from it, there's a certain level of like, do I trust my knee? Do I trust my legs? Do I trust when I put my foot in the ground, it's going to stay there and I feel powerful? You need to powerful. and I think he needed to test that out. It's one of the reasons why he was on limited snap counts. And as you've seen him progress, he's proving to himself and us that, yes, he still is that guy. And so as he continues to get more and more reps, that means more and more discomfort for the opposing quarterbacks, starting this weekend with my buddy, Russell Wilson.
You know, in honor of this game, I know you just crushed your sunglasses that nobody wanted. Not even a robber and a thief decided they didn't want to steal those ugly sunglasses. In honor of the hopeful return of Aaron Jones,
you putting on the Aaron Jones style sunglasses.
I'm about to don these swaggy Aaron Jones type sunglasses because
you just need a sombrero.
I just need a sombrero. Cultural appropriation at its finest. But this is the thing. When Aaron Jones comes back, that gives a lot of confidence to this Green Bay Packers football team. And the one thing that I think that we're going to find out from this game is the fact that this team is just due. They are due for a victory. You talked about how long it's been. They're coming off a bye week. It is about that time for this Green Bay Packer team to get back on track. And I think having Aaron Jones get his health back on track allows for everybody else around him to truly flourish, to truly feel comfortable within the offensive scheme, for us to be creative on offense. This is the game where the Packers have an opportunity to finally be the team we were hoping for them to be. The team that we saw against Chicago will be the same team that you see in Denver. I'm excited for what these young players are going to do.
I love how good those shades look on you compared to what they look like on me. Ben Brust here, Kyle Wallace with the Aaron Jones shades on, 6-time 6-year NFL punter Brad Nortman here, and Chris Larson running the show. Look, there's no wrong answers. I mean, maybe there are because we sat there. Madison said A.J. Dillon was going to have 3 touchdowns. But again, positive vibes only. Austin Greenfield says Packers are going to put up 70 on the Broncos Sunday.
Let's do it.
There it is. Like I said, there's no wrong answers right now. Positive vibes only. And I told you the reason why I think they're going to win. I said it earlier. I said it in our Cover 5 picks. It's because Matt LaFleur has proven to be a very good regular season coach. There's still some stuff to prove in the playoffs, but at the end of the day, he won 39 games in 3 years, 13. You don't just do that like with luck. And I even think back to his first year, the offense wasn't that great. Like, it was a learning year for that offense. A lot of it came from the defense forcing turnovers. The run defense wasn't great, but that's been consistent throughout the entire time of Matt LaFleur's tenure. Where you want to put that blame, well, that's for another day, because it's all positive here. What I know is that Matt LaFleur has been able to, as Brad said, self-scout. Look at his team. Where can we improve? Look at the Broncos, who's given up 200 points in 6 games. Where have other people and other teams been successful going at them? Well, you get Aaron Jones back. If you get Aaron Jones, you got to establish the run. I don't want to see what the Badgers did trying to get the air raid going, 9 straight passes. I don't want to see Jordan Love have to, even when the Packers did with Jordan Love, he had 6 straight dropbacks one game. I was like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Get some run game going, because we get the run game going. It opens up so much more for a young quarterback, and it helps the offensive line not just be in complete, they're going to come at us mode. If you got them guessing on the defensive line, guess what? You run it, it's going to open up more time for Jordan Love to do something we saw him do successfully, I think, which wasn't throw the deep ball, but just even those intermediate scheme throws that this offense can create for those young wide receivers who are going to be inconsistent just because they're young. Just make it easy. Make it easy. Establish a run game, have a good game plan, and then Rashawn Gary, I said it earlier, I'll say it again. He may not actually create the turnover on the stat sheet, but his presence with his pressure will help create that turnover, getting pressure on Russell Wilson and letting the back end of this defense pick off Mr. Unlimited, who's lame.
You know what the first step is in solving a problem, guys? It's admitting there's a problem, right? And this whole bye week, all I heard was...
That hits too close to home.
Yeah, don't want any issues to pop up here. This is not the
Please
forum
don't.
for that.
No, we are not psychologists. I do not want that.
But we are going to talk about the Packers' problems because they're talking about it, which is what I like to see. What you don't want to see is people saying, hey, we're going to be all right, all this kind of stuff. All I've been hearing is we need to establish the run game. We're not doing that enough. We're putting Jordan Love in too many long situations. One of the reasons why he has a bad completion percentage. Joe Barry said we have to stop the run and we have to be able to force the teams to be able to pass. I'm hearing all the right things, but they're looking at the landscape and they're saying there are certain things we need to work on. These are not unknown to us. We know this is going to happen. So I think over the bye week, good coaching staffs and quality teams will address those. They'll game plan those into this week and hopefully be able to carry that going forward. So as I'm looking at it, I actually like the fact that they're addressing this and the fact that they are admitting that there are problems there, because that's the first step in going ahead and tackling it. So I think they will tackle that this weekend, and we'll see all those things that we've been looking for.
And one of the things we've been looking for is what? We've been looking for
a lot.
But a fast start from this
That's a
offense.
good point.
Yeah.
That's new.
Getting up
Another good one.
early
Those
for the
applause.
team.
Everyone that has a good Packer, we give them applause.
Thank you. Y'all should have been applauding me a long time ago.
No. We don't.
Point. But no, starting fast, getting up early, because the one thing that you can do in this game, having Aaron Jones back, it allows for you to have that creativity on drive number one, and allows you, again, have that confidence. If you can get up early on this Denver Broncos team, if you can hit them in the mouth, you know what happens to bad teams when they get hit in the mouth?
They fold.
They fold. They get phased. They fade
fold.
away. It is a.
Won't he do it?
Won't he do it? And I guarantee you, the he we talking about, it won't be Jesus. It will be Aaron Jones who will won't he do it on Sunday for the Green Bay Packers. But that's why it's so important for the Packers to have those scripted plays. Matt LaFleur has been waiting. He's been salivating over the fact that he talked to his boy Mike McDaniels down in Miami, and he said, give me some of those tricks. Give me some of those plays. They implemented those, and he's confident. The team is confident that they're going to be able to start fast and get up early and impose their will onto the Denver Broncos and hopefully have smooth sailing from there, because the Denver Broncos know this. They don't want to win this year. And if they get down 14-0 early in the first half, they may be done, and that might be a good sign for the Green Bay Packers.
All right, Chris, this is why. Brad, go ahead.
Well, just real quick, if we think there's a lot of drama surrounding the Packer organization, there's a ton surrounding the Broncos. So I do agree. If you get up on them early, I see them folding.
Here we go. You can't lose to this.
Go Broncos country. Let's ride, baby. You want to split this Subway sandwich? It is my signature sandwich. It's called the Danger Witch, and it's dangerously good. Be careful, though. It's spicy.
Everybody has to have an alter ego. I think I have an alter ego. His name's Mr. Unlimited.
You can't lose to that. You can't lose to that. Come on. You can't lose to that.
You know how I feel about Russ. I ain't going to throw no shade on nobody. That man take care of other people's kids. That's a saint.
I love me some Russell Wilson.
Good vibes only means ripping on Russell Wilson.
No, it doesn't.
Keep it good. Keep it funky. Keep it fresh. Keep it positive all the way around.
I forget who it was, but shout out whoever texted in earlier. We're going to find out the Packers got some dog in them. Well, you can stay tuned to the Sit Means Sit post Green Bay Game Day post game segment, the dog of the game. I'm predicting it now. I'm with Brad. It's going to be Rashawn Gary. Homer, Tausch, Gabe, they're going to let you know Green Bay Game Day post game show after the Broncos and Green Bay play. That's what you're going to have to listen for. Because listen, if your dogs don't listen to you and you ask yourself, why don't they listen to me? You go to Sit Means Sit. Go to sitmeansit.com. Check out the Milwaukee and Waukesha pages. Matt's team is phenomenal because when you get that free consultation, they sit down with you. They ask you questions and help figure out what your goals are for your dog to have a happy, confident, and obedient dog. That's all you're looking for. Happiness for your pup, happiness for you, and happiness for the green and gold. So check out Sit Means Sit, Milwaukee and Waukesha pages, and schedule your free consultation. Man, dog. We need some dogs on Sunday. Poll position. We'll go through all the polls across ESPN Wisconsin, pick out one we like the best, plus answer it for them.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light.
Yeah, let them do it. I ain't doing it.
You're not going to hurt our feelings.
Come on.
Just mine.
Homer, come on.
Yo, suck. I should be doing this time. I should be 2-6. That good enough for you? You need any more?
That's fair.
Need any more? One?
Us?
Yeah.
Y'all
2, 3, 4.
You're all the same.
There we go.
Nobody's as good as me.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Well, we do have an accident 94 eastbound at Maple Avenue off on the right shoulder, so watch out for a little bit of a delay through there. And then you'll be riding the brakes from the Zoo interchange through to about Hawley Road on eastbound 94. We do still have an accident on 94 southbound south of College Avenue off on the left shoulder, backing things up into the Mitchell. Southbound 43 is slow from just south of Good Hope Road all the way down to about North Avenue. 29 minutes Brown Deer Road into downtown. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, increasing clouds later on, chance for showers late, low of 44. Then tomorrow, mostly cloudy and breezy, chance for showers, a high of 57. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Football guy.
My biggest
criticism of what they did from a roster building perspective is that they gave him no one of experience to throw to. No one.
Football guy.
Yeah, I just think that this team is better than what they put out there on Monday. I am not buying all this. I get they're young.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Also sponsored by Coors Light. Weekdays 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN. And available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. That's right, folks. Great Lakes Dragway's 2023 race season is in full swing. Come out to see our annual events like Memorial Day Weekend, Labor Day Weekend, Nitro Streetcar Brawl, Import Wars, Larry's Fun Fest, and Bug Fest. Looking for something new and exciting? Come see the Night of Fire Jet Show. Want the track all to yourself? Email or call about a private track rental. Go to GreatLakesDragaway.com for contact information and our full season schedule. Great Lakes Dragaway, just a burnout west of I-94 on County KR. Be there.
Here in Wisconsin, a good old-fashioned is an important way of life. And that's where my friends at Perky's Old Fashioned come in. Hey, it's ESP Milwaukee's Gabe Neitzel here to tell you about the easiest way to put together an old-fashioned. Perky's offers both brandy and bourbon old-fashioned mixes. And get this, the booze is already in there. Just add the soda of your choosing, and you'll have Grandma Perky's old-fashioned in the palm of your hand. Perky's is locally made and great for get-togethers of all kinds. Get perked up and head to perkysspirits.com for your nearest Perky's location.
This is the year to buy the woman you love a big anniversary diamond.
What's a big anniversary diamond?
A big anniversary diamond is any diamond that's at least twice as big as the one in her engagement ring.
Why twice as big?
A big anniversary diamond says, I love you twice as much today as the day I married you.
People are always so happy when they see the price we can give them.
Kessler's has wonderful prices on 1 carat, carat and a half, 2 carat, and 3 carat big anniversary diamonds.
People will ask you about your big diamond everywhere you go.
So big anniversary diamonds are the hot new trend?
It began with men buying big anniversary diamonds for the women they love. But now it's gone to a whole new level.
Women are now buying big anniversary diamonds for their men.
Women are saying, 2 can play that game.
I like games that 2 can play.
Everybody likes games that 2 can play.
Welcome to Kessler's.
For the location nearest you, go to KesslersDiamonds.com.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Dr. Duke Tomato means we got our guy, Homer of the Homer Hour from 5 to 6. You can hear him on Green Bay Game Day post-game show.
He's never been at Summerfest. I don't understand that.
Is this like your favorite musician of all time?
Yes.
Is he alive?
Yes. He believed Dr. Duke Tomato was still alive. Yes.
How many times have you seen him?
I don't know. Probably 10 maybe, but Vegetable Buddies, South Bend, Indiana, 1978, maybe 7.
How old is this Dr. Doolittle?
He's got to be.
Dr. Doolittle.
A blues legend.
Do not disrespect Homer right now.
No, that's fine. That's
Dr. Doolittle.
Dr. Duke used to be the Duke Tomato and the All-Star Frogs. Then they got rid of the Frogs.
Gosh.
Now there's a Dr. Duke Tomato and the Power Trio. The only decent thing from the south side of Chicago.
He is 76 years old.
Yep.
And is he still performing?
Yes.
Well,
many years worked in Indianapolis, and when Peyton Manning was there, he would do a song each week. He'd have a different song each week for the radio station in Indianapolis.
You've interviewed probably Vic Thomas or somebody from Summerfest. You've never told them to get Dr. Duke Hounds?
I think I did, and I got treated as I expected.
They put him at the amphitheater.
Yeah, but he did do a song for me at the suggestion of Brett Favre as an alien. So
you know this guy.
No is a little strong.
I mean, he did a song for you.
He did well, but through somebody else. And when I saw
Dr.
him,
Duke is so popular.
I saw him in Milwaukee. Said, "What happened to the All-Star Frogs?" He goes, Son, they've been gone a long time.
And he spells tomato weird. It's T-U-M.
Yeah.
A-T-O-E.
I don't
yeah,
know.
I mean,
not tomato. That's
I
too
thought
tall.
he had a doctor, a PhD
What
in music. but I'm not
does
sure.
Lil Wayne spell Little Wayne?
It's that because his name is Lil Wayne. Is it Dr. Tomato?
No, Duke. D-U-K-E.
I'm sorry. Let me not be disrespectful. His
You
name
can
is
be
Duke.
Randy and Greendale chimes
Most
in.
people haven't heard of him.
Damn it, Kyle! I just spilled all my drink over the blanking car. Dr. Doolittle.
I didn't know the guy's name.
This is Homer.
That's fine. I wouldn't think that you would.
This is Homer of the Homer Hour, which you'll hear from 5 to 6. You got Gary Ellerson today?
Gary Ellerson and Fat Jack. He saved me. I wouldn't be working today. I'd be broke.
Dude, yeah, you
I
wanted
was
to bet the
convinced.
house on New
Everybody's
England.
house on New England. He said,
And then the
"Calm."
sack and
He-
the
he
safety
said-
at the end.
He said, calm down.
Homer goes, I got the lock of the
This New
century.
England, he said, I can see you betting you've had worse picks. And then he almost guaranteed
Notre
Notre
Dame.
Dame.
I played it.
So I made
Two-
it.
boy.
Two lost teams that are favored at home against an undefeated team.
Never lose.
Play it.
They're like
Play
100
it, play it,
and
play
0.
it.
In college football?
Yes, sir.
I don't remember what he said.
College for sure.
I doubled on Notre Dame over New England, all because of Fat Jack. So
New England had lost historically.
Yeah,
Their two worst losses. Homer's like, I got the lock of the year.
I thought
the
it was-
Patriots.
I thought it was the greatest pick of all time.
So you made money.
I did because
Oh.
I listened to him.
Well,
toned
the
it
Patriots
down,
didn't cover,
and
but
then-
Notre Dame
Yeah, I doubled. I bet twice of the amount on Notre Dame after listening to Fat Jack. He's never. Usually, he gives you kind of tips.
He never really gives you a pick on the air. That was the closest I've ever felt.
The closest ever, and he gave like 100 reasons, and I thought, oh.
Well, I was listening. I was like, oh, I like this two-loss team at home favorite.
You got free advice. And so, Ben, if I were you, Ben, I would be counting his pockets right now because this man just won money.
Actually, yes.
And he told you he just won money.
I ain't paying him. I'm figuring out how long I had to wait when he owed me. I think I got at least 2 years.
What are you talking about?
I will check.
You're full of crap.
I will check with Greg Scalzo, but it was at least 2 months.
So he said he ain't worried
2
about it.
months, yeah, but you said 2 years. Get out of my face with the 2 years.
All I know is I got a lot of time.
Homer, so we've been.
This is so pathetic. This
is?
is how bad it is. Gotta have positive thinking. You know what it is when you
No,
say
Homer,
you gotta have
Homer,
positive
no,
thinking? That
Homer.
means your team stinks.
No, Homer, no.
You don't
no.
have to ask for positive
You
thinking.
are saying, I can't handle if the
I know.
Packers lose.
I just don't want
You
them to
literally have your guests on the Homer Hour say,
Yes.
tell me they're going to win.
Correct.
But you don't even know if they actually believe.
Right.
You're making them do it.
Well, but yeah, because I don't want to have to deal the whole year with if they lose to Denver, nothing else. This season's done. It is to be remembered as the season in which they lost to a team that gave up 70 points. That's all it's going to be. That's all that will be the defining moment of this team. It's over. The season's over. They just might just go on vacation because unless they make the playoffs, whatever their record is, it won't matter. Because how will you
can't go on
remember this
vacation.
team?
You got to
Say,
figure out what
how
Jordan
will
Love
they-
is.
Those are so mean sunglasses.
So mean.
I can't look in your eyes. You can see me, but I can't see you.
Am I that
is
handsome?
rude.
Am I that handsome?
You wear them well.
But Homer,
You
you're
wear 'em
full
well.
of it because it's not just go on vacation if they lose to the Broncos.
Yes, the season.
You need to know what Jordan Love is.
Fine,
This
Jordan
game
Love-
isn't going to define Jordan
is
Love.
good enough. What do you want to? I already
That's
told
not
you.
true.
Wait a
If he
minute.
was
Yeah.
good enough, they already would have signed him to an
you're not gonna
extension.
sign him. There's no rush to sign him. Might get hurt. I'd say yes. I'd feel comfortable. I don't know how long they'd sign him, but he can play.
So if the Packers lose to the Broncos, you say the season's over,
Yes,
but you're going to
because-
say it's, Jordan Love is still fine.
yes, yeah.
Okay.
Do you think that there can be any kind
His
of
name
team
is
building,
Homer,
like,
Kyle.
Sure, of course they can be
like-
team
like the
building. I'm
Lions
just
last
saying-
year?
I'm just saying, from now until the end of time, when you ask anybody about the Packers in 2023, you're going to say, lost to a team that gave up 70 points.
Come on, we're not going to remember that.
Forever.
If Jordan Love has positive plays and it's like, oh man, though the Packers did not make the playoffs that year,
Okay.
they won 7
All right.
games, and that was the start of it.
We'll see. All right,
It could be. It's positive vibes only, Homer.
Does it matter how
He
they
doesn't
lose
like that,
way?
Kyle.
Like if the offense stinks, is that even worse?
No, you lose to a team
either way.
that gave up 70 points. That's all. I mean, and you've
Better
watched.
not lose then.
Correct. Yes. Just because of having to deal with that. Now, as far as that big a game, you lose this one, and then they play what? The Vikings the next week. You beat the Vikings, you're 3-4. I mean, it's not the expectations are low enough that the problem with losing is you start to get to the point where you're asking the team to be consistently good. And that's dangerous because they're not that good. But you can just win one, lose one the whole year, and you're 8-9, 7-10.
Well, they've scored 24, 18, 20, and 13 in their last 4 games. So, I mean, you're talking about a defense that is historically bad, that gave up 70 points in 200 through 6 games. But why put so much pressure on a team that hasn't shown you consistently anything consistent offensively? They've been good in the second half. Like you're putting
good.
You're putting too much on this game right now.
I know. I agree. It's an emotional thing because I understand how this stuff goes as far as and I don't want to have to listen to people say, if you say anything positive about the season, they lost to a team that gave up 70 points, and it'll be true. It won't be made up. So just win this one, and you don't have to deal with that. But Jordan Love,
you're overthinking the 70-point Broncos loss.
No, I'm not. I've been following football since the Old Testament. Nobody ever gave up 70 points. I don't even remember anybody giving up 60 points.
Oh, goodness gracious.
70, and you lost to them.
What are the chances the Packers score above?
That's like losing to your little sister who has a broken ankle. One thing to lose to her.
Seems a little sexist of you, Homer.
Totally sexist. Yeah. men are better than women, all things being equal. Yeah. Right?
Man. Homer ain't worried about being canceled. You ain't worried about the feminists coming for you.
It didn't say men are better than women. In sports, men are better than women.
All right.
Cool. Who's going to argue? They're in court arguing it right now.
Kyle, why are you running? Why are you running, Kyle?
He's true.
It's true. It's true.
The court thing's true. It's true.
I don't care if the guy thinks he's a raccoon. He's still better.
Oh, good Lord.
And that's what they're dealing with right now.
This is the talk radio I love. I love it. A little controversy sprinkled in here, okay?
Controversy? but no. But the degree to which women, like the women's number, the women's record now in the marathon is getting close to what the men's world record was. I don't know how many years ago. The gap is closing in every sport, but there's still no debate.
Physiologically, he's correct.
Right.
Chris, what do you think?
Of course he'll say.
100% agree with Homer on that.
I can tell you this. If Michigan was playing a women's football team, they wouldn't have anybody cheating.
Homer. All right.
Man.
Talking with Homer here. I'm Kyle Brust and Nortman.
By the way,
stealing signs isn't cheating, by the way.
Jordan,
stealing signs isn't cheating, by the way.
No, what's cheating is you can't scout a team ahead of time.
And where's the proof of that?
There is no proof.
Exactly.
That's what they're accusing them of. They're not accusing them.
Well, the proof is they suspended somebody today, Chris. He's the fall guy.
With pay, by the way.
Correct.
Hey, go ahead and take this fall.
But it's just so people know.
Go sit at home and collect a check.
Any company in their right mind would suspend somebody with pay if the person was innocent.
Hell, suspend me. Suspend me with pay.
Suspend me with pay.
I need some suspension with pay, Craig.
People need to know what the rule that's being challenged, and that is. So you can't have somebody scout an opposing team. I don't even know why there is such a rule, to tell you the truth, but it is. Now the question will be, what did he say, and who did he talk to, or if he did?
So real quick, answer my damn question.
By the way, the positive thing, Jordan Love's going to have a good game.
Yeah, there it is. It's all. Why? How?
He's damn well due one.
I mean, but that's not a how. That's he's due. He's due isn't how it's going to happen.
They'll score 30 points, and that'll be enough.
They scoring 30 points isn't you got to tell me how. Is it because Aaron Jones opens up?
You want. I said because Jordan Love's going to have a good game.
You said he's due. That's not a reason.
Why is it not a reason?
Because being due is not a reason to play well.
I'm going to agree with Homer. Sometimes you just do for
luck to turn up.
No, it means that I think he's pretty good, and he was horrible the last game. So he's due to play better.
This is like a reversion to the mean kind of argument?
No, like anything. If you punted a bad game, I don't know if you ever did, I would say, dude, he's going to have a great game. Why? Because he's good, and he's not going to be bad forever.
I mean, I don't hate the logic.
He only made it 6 years.
Oh, come on.
Don't
get me fired. Give me an old, like, stand-up.
This is a guy who wished he made 6 seconds in the end.
I did.
No, you didn't.
In Summer League. They only put me in when we were down 30 to the Spurs.
Hey, if you eat at the same restaurant as Giannis, that doesn't put you in the NBA.
Golly gee. Homer,
golly gee.
thank you for joining us. You can hear the Homer Hour from 4 to 6. We broke down everything possible in that 15 minutes with Homer. Brad, you get to tell us about 3 Tree Marketing while I take a damn breath.
Yeah, I mean, if your brand, it has a story to tell, and your company has a story to tell, and when you're looking to expand that story into merchandising, and you've got new teammates coming on, and business partners, and you're running an event, you need to talk to our folks at 3 Tree Marketing to help you, because their full-service branded merchandising will help you come up with creative ways to share your company's story. They're a full-service branded marketing or merchandise agency that allows for optimized specialized gifting and onboarding kits from 3 Tree. I know our company here uses them all the time. When I joined a couple months ago, I got all this awesome stuff from ESPN Milwaukee and Good Karma Brands, and what they did was it basically extended me into the family. It allowed that our story to be told to me and allow the brand to continue to grow, and that's exactly what 3 Tree Marketing can do for you. See what else 3 Tree Marketing can do for your team and set an appointment today. That's the number 3, treemarketing.com.
Pole position and a deep breath. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light.
How are you doing today, Rob?
I'm doing great. We just got out of the Packers locker room, and the whole time, Ben, I'm thinking, God, I just want to get out of here so I can go talk to those guys at 3:30. Like Jordan Love, wrap this thing up. Let's get on with it.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We have some delays eastbound 94, just east of Maple Avenue, that's east of Highway 83. On the right shoulder, a crash there. We've also got one on 94 southbound south of College Avenue, off on the left shoulder. Other than that, eastbound 94 slowing down from 84th Street through the stadium, southbound on 894 from Greenfield down and around the Hale interchange. Going to be slow all the way till you get to about 51st Street. Traffic is brought to you by Great Lakes Dragaway, a quarter-mile-long drag strip, plus a drift pad. Even drive your own car on the track. Find full event schedules and ticket information at GreatLakesDragaway.com. And check the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Increasing clouds later on. Chance for showers late. A low of 44. Then tomorrow, mostly cloudy and breezy. Chance for showers, a high of 57. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Loziga on 94.5 ESPN.
They say seeing is believing, and when you see what's inside at American Place Casino, you better believe you're gonna love it. Because when it comes to amazing gaming, we're a real game changer. With the most exciting of table games like blackjack, craps, and roulette, the newest slots, a sportsbook, restaurants, bars, and more. So if you're ready for excitement, we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game.
Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537.
Announcing the former All-Star Buick GMC is now the all-new Cunis Buick GMC of Oak Creek. And the former John Paul's Buick GMC is now the all-new Cunis Buick GMC of Greenfield, Milwaukee's Buick GMC headquarters. Greg Cunis was recently named Time Magazine's Wisconsin Automotive Dealer of the Year. Plus, Cunis dealerships have been awarded Top 100 Best in the U.S. by the Automotive News the past 9 years. Our mission is to bring the Cunis Auto Group's unequaled customer satisfaction and service to our friends in the greater Milwaukee area. Cunis Milwaukee Buick GMC stores have the area's largest pre-owned car, truck, and SUV inventory with over 3,000 vehicles available on lot or online and always at a price and payment you can afford. And all new and pre-owned Cunis vehicles come with our exclusive no-fear lifetime warranty coverage at no extra charge. So buy like a champion at the all-new Cunis Buick GMC of Oak Creek, 7020 South 27th Street, or Cunis Buick GMC of Greenfield, 3615 South 108th Street. Milwaukee's Buick GMC headquarters.
WTMJ's Vince Vitrano here for Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, a group of doctors I trusted with my knee surgery. The pain was real and options were important. My experience with each doctor was thorough, the appointments were timely, always close and easy access to the building. My mom felt the same way, I know, when she went there for her physical therapy appointments at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. I trusted their surgical team for my knee surgery, and I know they'll take care of you the way they did my mom and me. Make an appointment at orthowisconsin.com.
When you need electrical service, choose the company other companies call. Current Electric has been energizing and illuminating lives in the southeastern Wisconsin area since 1983. They have earned the trust of businesses like Bauer Sign and Lighting, Midas, and Take 5 Car Wash. With 40 years of 5-star service under their belt, they are sure they can earn your trust too. Whether you need residential or commercial work completed or are interested in solar or generators, call the superheroes at Current Electric. Visit callcurrent.com.
Haul away big savings this weekend at Fleet Farm's Truckload Savings Event. Like 40-pound bags of Superior Hardwood Fuel Pellets, 2 for $11. Morton Clean and Protect Water Softener Pellets are only $5.89 a bag. Save on 40 pounds of black oil sunflower seed, just $18.99. And get a free $15 Fleet Farm gift card with select Science Diet pet food. Stock up on everything you need for everyday life at Fleet Farm. You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
To this track. Girl, the way you moving, got me in a trance. DJ turn me up, ladies get so jammed. I'ma sip my Moscato, you gon' need them fans, and I'ma throw this money.
Forward Healthy Lifestyles in Germantown is amazing. I have my next meeting with Lindsay's team on Monday in Germantown, and what you need to do is book your free confidential consultation at forwardhealthylifestyles.com, because again, testosterone is a major factor in a lot of things: building muscle, building tone, performing in the bedroom. But it's not just about biceps and sex. It's energy, concentration, mood, weight management, and heart health. And the best thing that you can do is get the blood panel work, because when you get the blood panel work done, you see where you're deficient. And I saw where I was deficient, and we're still making that concrete plan where I can continue to grow. Injections for vitamin B12, testosterone, taking fish oil, some cholesterol pills, because guess what? That's what my results showed me. And they make you feel comfortable throughout the entire process. So go to forwardhealthylifestyles.com. They do penile augmentation if you want to look a little different down there, a little bigger. They can make it work for you. No surgery required. Check it out, forwardhealthylifestyles.com. Chris, let's take a look at all them polls.
Everyone's got their opinions, but we just happen to think some are better than others. Let's hit the polls. This is Poll Position.
We're going to go all across the polls of ESPN Wisconsin and pick the ones that we like the most and help our fellow shows answer the polls that they had to put out there because they just couldn't answer it. So, Chrissy. Why did I say Chrissy? So here's,
that was a pivot.
So here's why. Brusty, Taushi. I always put a Y on the end of it. Joshy. Thank you.
Scalzi,
Christopher.
Scalzi.
Larseni.
You just call him Chris? Dang. Chris, what do you like to be called? How do you identify as Chris?
Yeah, it's fine.
Chris. Homeboy Chris.
Homeboy Chris. What we got?
All right, start over here on Pole Position with Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, which you can hear weekdays from 7 to 9 across ESPN Milwaukee. Would you rather have great customer service or great food? Great food, 82%. Great customer service, 18%.
Yeah. Should I go first? I'll just take the wheel. Great food. That's an easy one for me. I mean, that's the reason why you go out to eat. It's the reason why you go to a specific kind of restaurant.
Yeah, but I just want to get after you a little bit.
Why?
Because even if the food is great, if you're waiting and waiting and waiting and you get frustrated, you're a little frustrated, that great food isn't so great anymore.
But on the flip side, if you have the sweetest waiter and the food comes out right away, but the food's trash, you're like, well, that stinks.
No.
You ever end up with trash food, though? Like completely trash food?
It's not done the way you want it done.
Take the ball, Kyle. Take the wheel.
Nobody goes to a restaurant because the service is great. You don't say, hey, let's go to Applebee's because the service is great. No, you say, let's go to Applebee's because they got them Dollaritas. We want the good thing. And so all I'm saying is this. It's the fact that I have been to places around Milwaukee. Speed Queen is one of them. Delicious food, but the service is, I know, my bad, but the service is trash. You know what to expect. So for good food, I'm willing to deal with trash service because if it's things are looking good, I'm going to keep going back. I'm just going to tell people straight up, like, listen, we're going to be waiting here for about 25, 30 minutes.
But it's going to be good.
It's going to be good.
Yeah.
They're not going to fill your water up, but it's going to be worth it. I guarantee. So you already know what it is. It's about the food, not the service.
I am now seeing what I used to do when I was sitting in your position. So I pressed the talk to host button, and I said, no free ads. I did not say that over there, and Kyle goes, oh, my bad. I mean, I just wanted to challenge you. It's great food. It's great food. You can overcome an experience, but if the food is great, you're going to shut up and be quiet and eat it. So I agree. It's great food. What we got, Christopher?
Moving on.
Homeboy Chris.
What's
next?
Sticking with Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, which accent would you rather have? Canadian, 52%. Southern, 48%.
Maybe I just lived in the South for too long. Give me a Southern accent. I like a Southern accent. A little Southern drawl to it. That's nice. The Canadian accent, no disrespect to the Canadians, but that's a very emphasized vowels in the Canadians. And
Canadian?
I like the Southern
I'm not Drake.
more.
No, I'm not Drake. Here's the thing. I am the type of I was just around some Southern folks yesterday, and it don't take much for me to all of a sudden be talking
y'all,
about like
y'all is the best word. I have brought that into my vernacular.
It is a great word. I'm all about the Southern drawl because I tell you, if I move down to Macon, Georgia, or I moved down to Grenada, Mississippi, I guarantee you, I was down there for 3 months. I would come back talking like this. What up, y'all? This is KBN Nation. It sure is. I'll be country as all get out. So give me the Southern drawl.
Give me the Southern accent as well. I mean, I wish if I would have gone to school in Wisconsin, I would have wished I would have ended up somewhere in the South. Southern hospitality, how y'all doing? It's just it's so kind and friendly. Like it just makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside.
Turns you on.
It's pretty good.
I didn't say that. You did.
Turns you on.
Homeboy Chris, what's next?
All right, moving over to the Homer Hour, which you can hear right here from 5 to 6, weekdays across ESPN Milwaukee, ESPN Beaver Dam. Homer says that Aaron Jones doesn't play more for the Packers because two head coaches, Mike McCarthy and Matt LaFleur, believe he is fragile. Agree or disagree? Agree 60%, disagree 40%.
I'm going to go with a disagree, actually.
Then that's malpractice.
Why?
If it's not because he's fragile, then he should be getting the ball a lot more.
I think these coaches had a generational quarterback, and they wanted to put the ball in his hands more than they did Aaron Jones, which for better or for worse, honestly, if it's me, I'm going to give the ball to Aaron Rodgers more often than not either. I mean, this season,
that's actually real quick, Brad. We've been discussing, and I've been listening to Homer discuss Aaron Jones, and we've been discussing Aaron Jones and his touches a lot. That might be the best answer. If you have Aaron Rodgers, a future Hall of Famer,
give him the ball.
We've been clapping for good takes. That is a good take because it's been a mystery, right? Because when he's healthy and he gets the ball, they do well. And when he doesn't get the ball enough, they don't do well. It's kind of a simple thing, but when you break down having a future Hall of Famer who takes care of the football, makes good decisions, you trust that. And it's a passing league.
Yeah, I'm going to put the ball in Aaron Rodgers' hands more than Aaron Jones' hands if I'm going to be the offensive coordinator. He's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all times, and Aaron Jones is one of the greatest running backs in the league, but Aaron Rodgers is different.
I still don't see. This says that was preseason.
22, bro.
22. I thought you said 2. I'm like, I don't see 2.
Double deuce.
Oh, it's the last one.
What are you doing over there? Am I going to have to turn on you? Are you working on other stuff?
No, I couldn't find the number, and then y'all went on talking about some other stuff. We started clapping about some stuff. And so I'm like,
it was a delayed clap, too.
You were late to everything.
Yeah, because I'm sitting here, and I realized I have my glasses on, so I'm like, okay, because all I know is I'm going to ask was,
hey, I'm going to ask you one thing. Take a deep breath. Everything's going to be all right.
All right.
And if you look at number 2, it says something about the Bucs preseason debut.
That's why I was
last
like, what?
night. So
Thank you.
Why would we use that
Homeboy Chris gets it.
I was like, what? And so, anyway.
Chris, are you cool with Homeboy Chris? 'Cause I kind of love it.
Chris, say no.
Hey, you can go with whatever you want.
Chris,
hell yeah.
Chris, you can't just...
That's the inspector for you.
I guess so. He don't care what you call him. All right, so anyways, no, he is not fragile. Matt LaFleur doesn't think he's fragile. I know you said it might be malpractice, but he had Aaron Rodgers. He doesn't believe he is fragile whatsoever. But Aaron Jones, he is a little injury prone at times. So I don't believe Matt LaFleur believes he is fragile.
I would have said agree all week and twice on Sunday until Brad just said what he did.
Hey.
I mean, they had Aaron Rodgers. It's hard, whether it's for good or for bad, to keep the ball away from Aaron Rodgers and give it to somebody else because he's a magician with the football and a future Hall of Famer. Didn't work out so much last year. But now, if you can get a healthy Aaron Jones, there's no reason not to run him into the ground.
Woo!
What?
Run him into the ground?
I mean, he's getting older.
Goodness gracious. You hear the way he thinks about plays?
Yeah.
They punted this man into the ground. He wanted to not look at him. He's with you.
And you're with me, too.
I mean, this is...
You chose it.
This is an upgrade for me. This is a downgrade for Brad to have to hang with him.
Yeah, look at me now. Dang. This is a sad story over here.
Well, running against Iowa to Dylan him running his mouth.
Last one, homeboy Chris.
All right, let's move on to Rutledge and Hamilton. Here 2 to 4 across ESPN Madison. What's the most annoying thing to not have access to while working in an office? Internet, 37%. AC heat in summer and /winter, 33%. Or bathroom, 29%.
Wow.
This is a great poll.
Great poll. It has to be bathroom, right? How do you survive a full 8-hour day without a bathroom of any kind? I can
pee in Gatorade bottles like I used to.
No, that's a different appetite for that one. It's got to be bathroom. I cannot imagine going to a place and needing to find an alternative for using the bathroom. Internet would stink, and that would stop a lot of what you do. Then you just sit back and talk to your buddies, I guess.
Yep.
Bathroom for me, and that's pretty easy.
Yeah, I mean, the bathroom is practical. Internet is like, I worked at a job where the internet didn't work. You know what we did?
Cans?
No, they sent us home. I got to go home. So not having internet.
There's your paid time. What did you want? You wanted more.
Suspension time.
Suspension with pay.
It was the greatest thing that happened. Like upstairs, I guarantee you, when the internet went out, if it was out for more than 10 minutes at that time, they said, we're going home. I would say for this one specifically, what did we do last week? What was Ben doing? Ben was taking off clothes because he was complaining about how hot he is. People get real upset and real finicky and real moody when it gets too hot. So having AC and having heat is so important for people to have. I saw y'all tripping last week how hot it was inside this building. Heck, when he was in the sun at the pool, he took his dang shirt off. So you need AC.
Yeah, what's the most annoying thing to not have access to while working in an office? It is the AC, heat, summer, winter. It 100% is. Internet, find a different way. I can use my phone with cellular. You can use Outlook. You can figure out how to work and do different things without the internet. Bathroom. When I first started here, there was only one bathroom in our old office for women and men. And instead of lighting up the bathroom to go number 2, we'd walk all the way to the hotel. And so we did leave the office to go to the bathroom and light it up number 2. So I will go with, I need AC and heat in the summer and winter because temperature is very important to me. Very, very important.
Powerful.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
We need a third one from Tori.
Yeah.
Hey, there it is. Homeboy Chris gets it. All right, I got to tell you about Cedar Ridge Distillery and their wonderful bourbon and whiskey that's making a home here in Wisconsin. They continue to rack up all the awards. It's Top 8 Whiskey of 2022, Best American Single Malt by John Barleycorn Awards, the quintessential highest awarded American single malts. You know why? Because it's aged in non-climate controlled rick houses, which means our Midwest weather exposes them to temperature swings of over 100 degrees each year, resulting in a unique flavor profile. So each bottle of that Cedar Ridge, it offers an authentic Midwest craftsmanship. I'll be at the Wisconsin Whiskey Fest helping out Cedar Ridge next Friday at the Hilton City Center. Get your tickets. I'll be there, and I'll be serving all of you. Learn more at cedarridgedistillery.com, and I'll see you at Wisconsin Whiskey Fest. Green Bay Props and Preview presented by Sit Mean Sit before we get you to the Homer Hour. That's next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
I'll say that, man. Mark Chmura, every time I see him in the morning, get my coffee, I walk right by here and I look at him, I'm like, man, that's a handsome dude.
I thought you were going to cull up with him too, huh?
I'd love to. I feel like I'd fit right in. You know, he's 6'6". You know, I'd be the little spoon with Chew.
Presented by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Yeah, they're football guys, but they don't shy away from the big topics of the day.
I think black licorice is like being left-handed.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Also sponsored by American Family Insurance.
I think it's the same percentage of people like black licorice that are left-handed.
You're partially left-handed.
I'm not left-handed. No,
you golf left-handed.
If you don't.
Weekdays 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN and available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman.
The silver lining is you got Bryce Young, so everything that you thought he could be when you took him number 1 overall, you just hold on tight and you squeeze and you just hope that it materializes into what you thought it could be. Exactly. Kind of like what Ev did with Emmitt Smith after he gave him a dap. Oh. You go with that type of clenched fist around the things that you loved about Bryce Young. But if you're the Panthers, that's what you got to hold on to. Bryce Young, Brian Burns, Jeremy Chin. Those are the guys. That's the core of your team moving forward. You hope those guys are all of the things you thought they were.
We're only a third of the way through the season. There was a reason you picked Bryce Young number 1 overall. You wouldn't have been the only team to pick Bryce Young. CJ Stroud looks better. You just have to hope you got it right. Doesn't feel that way right now, but it's only 6 games in. You have to remind people.
Jackie Robinson may have broken the color barrier, but he wasn't the first black baseball star. The players who came before him, including my grandpa, Norman Turkey Stearns, competed in a segregated league.
They were denied their rightful place in history.
We're going to uncover the stories of the Negro Leagues and the baseball greats you've never heard of. Reclaimed, the Forgotten League. Listen now, wherever you get your podcasts.
Klein Tools are new at Lowe's, pros. Lowe's knows you want top brands and quality products, and Klein Tools delivers. Right now, get the Klein 3-piece ModBox mobile workstation for $319.94 and the Klein 5-piece cushion grip screwdriver set for just $34.97, both exclusively at Lowe's. Shop the largest selection of Klein Tools, the highest quality tool brand at Lowe's. Because Lowe's knows tools, Lowe's knows pros.
I can't wait for what's next, even with higher stroke risk due to atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Eliquis, the Pixaban tablets, reduces stroke risk. It's the #1 cardiologist-prescribed blood thinner.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or have antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising, or if you have tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take medicines such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Sharp Literacy's A Novel event is coming. Join Sharp Literacy and special guest A.J. Dillon on Monday, November 6th at the Eagles Ballroom for a night of conversation, an auction, awards, and a variety of food stations. The Green Bay running back is also the author of Quadzilla Finds His Footing, an uplifting children's book about perseverance. Funds raised at A Novel event will support Sharp's STEAM-based education programs in the state. For tickets and information, visit sharpliteracy.org. A Novel event, Monday, November 6th at the Eagles Ballroom.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Red wine. Let's go to the beach, let's go get a wave. They say what they gonna say. Have a drink, clink, found a Bud Light.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, 94.5 ESPN. I'm Ben Brust. He's Kyle Walls. Brad Nortman, former NFL punter. Homeboy Chris running the show here. Vibes hopes are high. We've kept it going all show long. And I hope Homer does the same thing from 5 to 6. But real quick, we got to get you ready. Green Bay, props and preview.
Here's an idea. Why don't you give me half the money you were going to bet? Then we'll go out back, I'll kick you in the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
Gather around, degenerates. It's time for the GBPP. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman are here to tell you how they plan to lose their money this weekend. This is the Green Bay Props and Preview.
Chris Larson has some props for the Green Bay-Denver game on Sunday. We're going to get you ready for it in a bunch of different ways. Go ahead, Chris.
We already talked about the spread in this game. Let's talk about the total points between both teams. The Packers and the Broncos. The over-under is set for the game 45 total points.
I like the over on this one. I mean, Broncos are a historically bad defense, and the defense of the Packers isn't that great either. So I think we're going well over 45 points.
Yeah, I got to do math in my head, right? I got to do it really quickly to figure out what
24-21.
Yeah, so basically,
this is a push.
I'm going to guess I'm going to go over but barely. Over but barely, because both the offenses aren't that great and haven't performed too well, so I'm going to go over but barely.
Yeah, I'm going to go under here. I think the way to beat the Packers is to run the football. They got Javonte Williams back, I believe, for the Broncos, and with Aaron Jones back. A little bit more of a possession game. Even like the 17-13 game, Raiders were in good defense. Like, I kind of see a gross game, even despite the fact, again, it was 18-9 Chiefs Broncos. Just because their defense is bad, you need an offense that can put up explosive points. We've not seen that explosion. I'll go under.
Yuck.
All right, Jordan Love, how's he going to do throwing the ball? Over under 234.5 passing yards for the quarterback.
I'm actually going to go with under. I think that LaFleur is going to put him in very easy, makeable throwing situations to where they're going to increase the completion percentage, not look to go downfield. If you're going to have Aaron Jones back, he's going to gobble up some of those yards. So I'm going to go with under. Yes, all right, I'm going under for Jordan Love on those passing yards.
I'm actually going to go over for the first time this season on his passing yards. Why? It's because you said his name. You said Aaron Jones is going to gobble up some of those yards, but you know what else he's going to do?
He's going to backfield.
Meow, 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 up the field after catching the ball out the backfield. So I do think he goes over in this game.
I'm going to go under until I see a reason to go over, and that's just going to be my stance moving forward when it comes to his passing yards. Chris? Homeboy Chris?
Aaron Jones on the way back as well, as you guys talked about. Aaron Jones over under 51.5 total rushing yards.
If he's at all 80% or better, this is going to go well over. And I think that they do give him a steady diet of carries. So give me the over on the 51.5 rushing yards for Aaron Jones.
He better have over 51.5 rushing yards. We've been talking about he's the key to success for this team. We can't wait till he comes back. If this guy comes back and only has 50 rushing yards, that would be shameful. This should be the easiest one. I might actually bet my little money on this one.
Little money? I know you got
little
big money.
I lost $100 and I'm trying to work my way back to it.
Oh, jeez.
I'm doing something strange for pieces of change right now, fellas.
So I'm doing some quick research on this one because I am curious as to the... Gosh darn it, I'm not quick at this. Got the box score. All right, 38-20. I'm making sure Aaron Jones only had 41 rushing yards against the Bears. So I know it seems like he should have it, but really he got his damage done 86 yards on the receiving end. So I still will go over. I'm just saying this is why it's never as easy as it seems. Looking at his best game this year, he didn't go over that number. Last one, Chris.
And it's going to Luke Musgrave. Over under 3.5 receptions for the big tight end.
Okay, 3.5 is actually a lot of receptions, but the Broncos are historically bad at covering tight ends this year, so I'm actually going to go with 4 receptions for Luke Musgraves. Give me the over.
I'm going to take under. I'm going to go exactly at 3. I feel like he'll have a nice game. We'll have some yards, but only 3 catches.
Yeah, I'm going under 2 or 3 catches. Again, I think he the last time he had 3 catches was against the Bears, and that felt like he had 1 million, but it was still only 3. I'll go under 3.5, even after hearing how much they are trying to get him involved potentially in their game plan and how bad the Broncos have been against tight ends. Positive vibes only.
Yeah, we all good, baby.
Green Bay Game Day pregame show will get you ready 3 hours before the game. Green Bay Game Day postgame show, but you're also still going to have the Homer Hour from 5 to 6. The Green Bay Props and Previews presented by the great folks of Sit Mean Sit. Matt's team is amazing, and if your dogs don't always listen to you, or you ask yourself, why don't they listen to me? Well, look no further than Sit Mean Sit. SitMeanSit.com. Check out the Milwaukee and Waukesha pages. Get that free consultation. Sit down and be like, hey, here's what I need. Can you help me? They will. They'll help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog. And make sure you check out on the Green Bay Game Day post-game show, the dog of the game. Who's your dog of the game?
Sean Gary being a dog all over that field and making my buddy's life tough. Russell Wilson.
I got the shades on, so you already know what it is. It's Aaron Jones, baby.
Give me Rashawn. He's a monster.
Yeah.
Homeboy Chris, who's your dog?
I'm going to go Rashawn Gary as well.
3 Rashawns. He better bring it on Sunday.
I hope.
You better bring it on Sunday. Homer Hour from 5 to 6 coming up next. Thanks, Homeboy Chris. Play us out.
We do have a crash on the ramp from Greenfield Avenue to 894 northbound.